this spot. I'm so fired up. Woo! Had to wash my face off, fam. Going so hard today. You know, sometimes you gotta just wash your face off. Get yourself ready to go. We've had an awesome telethon today, man. I had to go in there. I said, man, wash your face off a little bit. Get yourself a little splash. Let's get it in. As y'all come in, drop your name. Where you coming in from? Drop your name, city and country, or city, state if you're in the USA. Come on, represent YAHUAH. Y'all, we got to finish strong. One thing you find about people of YAHUAH, they got incredible endurance. Like, we practice this. This is like practicing. When we come in, we're consistent. We're getting discipleship. We're getting understanding. Like Brother Daniel said, put that up on the screen. What Brother Daniel said. The true scriptures is the most important work to be done and preached to the four corners of the earth, and then the end will come. And YAHUAH will burn it up. How many of us look forward to that? What Brother Daniel put up. How many of us look forward to that? You see, we look forward to that happening, to YAHUAH coming back and restoring all things. We got a special finale for you on this incredible Tear It Down telethon. We're going to tear down the Greek. I've got a slideshow that I updated that some of y'all have seen. Most of you have not because you're newer. We have so many people coming through. We got hundreds of thousands of people that watch our videos every single month on YouTube. Now it's getting into the hundreds of thousands over on Facebook. It's kind of a trip because that's kind of like a default. You know, we didn't focus on Facebook. We just show it love because Facebook has been so special over these years. Thank you, Brother Brian, for starting us off. Getting us a super in here from the gate. Everybody, all of our core leadership. People say, what do I got to do to be more involved? What do I got to do to be more a part? Listen, I'm telling you, we're going to have to build the teams as time goes by. And we're going to do it very methodically. We're going to grab folks here and there. We're going to let people get learned up. And then you'll see us pull some people in on the side and go, hey, we'd love for you to be a part of the Promote the Truth team, the staff, what we're doing here, and then make this your way of life. We're going to build it up. And it's on. So, hey, Sarah, as a matter of fact, I got to get Sarah on here. I got to tell the team. Do y'all hear me? Get Sarah over here now. I got to get Sarah over here. Sarah, let's see. I'm going to send a message to the team, Sarah. All right, Sarah. Sarah Hope. The team, I'm getting ready to send them a message, to send you a message, to hop in here. You need to get in here like ASAP. Okay, team. I think they're typing right now. I think they're typing now because I'm sending them a message telling them to get Sarah in here. Sarah Hope. We're going to say hello to Sarah. She's been passionate. She's one of our newer followers. Yeah, she's one of the new followers. Y'all got that, team? 1 second. Lena? Okay. We got all kind of chat. We got technology going everywhere. Chat features, messages going back and forth. Let's see here. Sarah, they told me they sent you the message. I see it here. They said we've sent Sarah the email back for you to come in on that link. So Sarah, come in on that link. Everybody else, hit the like button. Y'all know how we do it when we fire it up. Let's see how many people come in and just right away, bam, they hit the like button. I'm going to do a refresh. We got to get better at that, fam. We got to get better at that one. Soon as we come in, first thing we do, you might send a shout out on the chat. And then as soon as you send your shout out, bam, hit that like button. Then what you do is you go over, you go share it. And then you're going to have a whole bunch of options come up. If you're on Facebook, you can share that. You can tag some people you know that you want to really have them see and hear the truth. And so that's a big deal. So there's a lot of information we got to pack into this session. There's a lot of information. So I'm going to lead off with, hopefully we can get Sarah in here, and then I'm going to get right into the updated Tear It Down, the Great Greek Hoax. And for many of you that's never seen this, you're going to be shocked. I'm also going to give you, hold on, a new song. I gave a little glimpse one time. Some people heard just a little bit of it. I'm going to give you another section of this song that's off the charts. And it really almost makes me cry. I mean, it's so powerful. It really speaks. And we got another 5 songs, 8 songs. We got 1 Spanish song done, 3 more that are being done. So we got 3 songs done. That are 3 songs that are in English that y'all have heard 2 of them from one of our women talents that works inside of what we're doing here in the Kingdom. And then we got 5 or 6 from another one of our gentlemen. And we got about 3 or 4 other people that's going to be coming in. But I'm going to bring, come on, James Harris. I see you're not playing. Let's get Sarah Hope to come in and say hello to everybody. Sarah, what you doing? Where you at? Come on, I'm going to bring you in here side with me. How you doing, sis? Good to see you.
I'm happy to be here.
How you feeling about the telethon today?
Oh, it's been amazing.
What stood out to you the most today, Sarah? And how'd you find out about Promote the Truth? And how long have you called on YAHUAH? People want to know. Let's go.
Okay, so I found Promote the Truth a couple weeks ago. Went all in. But I found it because I just wouldn't stop digging for the truth. I refused to stop looking for the truth. I looked into religion back in 2016, found the Jesus stuff. Something was missing. None of the prayers worked. None of it really had any power. But I knew that he was real because on the worst day of my life, I said, if the Most High is real, then can you please help me? And what I was going through went from the worst that I'd ever been through. Within 5 minutes of that prayer, it went down to from 100% overwhelming to like 5%. And it was literally miraculous. And so that was kind of amazing. And so since then, it's just been obsessively searching for the truth. And I saw the Church of God groups. They had some stuff right, like the 10 Commandments and all that, but they didn't have the name.
Yeah.
And so I just been, like I said, the truth matters. And I think to those of us that are called, the truth matters. And I will say that when this started for me, really, really started, was in 2016. I experienced something that I know was the Father. I was sitting on my couch in my living room, and I felt, I heard it, but it was like I heard it in my spirit. It wasn't physical, but I'm telling you, I heard it. And it was obvious immediately it was the Father. And he said, Sarah. And it was weird because at the time, I didn't go by that name. I went by Anna because I hated my life and my past and everything. And so I was not using that name. And yet all of a sudden, my real name showed up in my head and said, seek my face, read my word, everything is going to be all right. And it was in that moment that I knew it was him. I mean, I fell on my face because the presence was so holy. And so I've been seeking his face ever since, and I finally found him a couple of weeks back.
So now tell us how you feel about what you are experiencing with Promote the Truth. What stood out to you the most about what we've done here with the platform?
Well, I've learned over the years that the truth, it stands out like a golden nugget among trash in this world. And you guys are just this shining light that is so shiny. It's so obvious. And not only do you guys prove everything through scripture, but you don't have any of the Greek nonsense. You actually tear all that down, which is wonderful. And I've noticed that you guys are really emphatic. You're very consistent with the names. I had learned about YAHUAH's name on my own several months ago, but couldn't find anyone who had the 10 Commandments stuff as well as being all in for him. It's not being all in for YAHUAH. It's not a part-time thing. It's constant, all day, every day. I studied all day, every day. I've read everything on the website, watched almost everything. I
Wow.
don't I don't play.
Would you say you're transformed?
Yes,
Y'all
100%.
saw
I
our
can
eyes. I
feel
was
his
watching your
presence.
eyes, sis. I was watching your eyes. I said, "Are you?" Yes, like you was adamant about
Yes,
that. Why are you adamant about
yes.
it?
Because you guys are the only ones who have the full truth. There are so many people that have pieces of the truth because you can tell they're sort of looking for it, but they seem to want to be more like a gimmick. They want to be like part of the truther community kind of a thing. But you guys, your love for Yahuwah is so strong and so obvious, and that drew me in like a light.
Yeah.
And it's been transformative. I live for these lives. I just adore going on doing the lives, and I,
Yes,
like I
and we
said,
ain't
I
gonna
only
lie.
got a
Hey,
couple bucks,
talk
but
about there's new people. Sarah's been around for a couple weeks. That's why I like having her on here. We've been going about live for about 6 months. My wife's the one. Lena said you got to go live, honey, because people are gonna really get into it. Because
yeah.
she knows that I just keep because she watches me in public. She's
Hmm.
watched me. She's seen me. I've been in 20 countries doing seminar, talking to people wherever I go. I just talk like this would be the common sense stuff that people would want to know. They would want to hear it like this. Has that been refreshing to you?
Yes, because you're real. You can you interact with the people who come in. You don't play favorites. You can see this the spirit of Yahuwah is so strong on you, on your wife,
Oh yeah.
and on top of that, it's you guys bring the presence of Yahuwah to the people who are interacting.
Woo!
I
I
can
said
I
a
can
lot there.
feel him and touch him almost. Like his presence just surrounds me when I'm doing these lives. That's why I was like lit up when I found out I was gonna be coming on and talking to you and offering
Hey,
support.
y'all do me a favor before I let my sister get out here because I gotta get into it. We got
Yep.
our awesome sister Sarah Hoke in the building. She done found Yahuwah. She's going all in for Yahuwah. Will y'all please drop some fire emojis in the chat for Sarah? Give us some fire emojis in the chat. They're gonna blow you up, Sarah. You ain't gonna believe it. They're gonna blow. Look at it. Here they come. The Ruah's moving. They love us some Sarah, and we love you, sis. We appreciate you. Thank you for. Hey, let me tell you, Spirit of Yahuwah is gonna talk to you. Ready?
Yep.
Gonna talk to you.
Okay.
Yahuwah Ruah just came and tapped me. Said before you let her go, you
Ooh.
tell her. You tell her before you let her go. This is from Yahuwah. This is from Ruah. I am so proud of you for not giving up when you had every earthly reason to give up. I don't know Sarah from nothing. Yahuwah speaking now. You had every reason. I saw you when you was boiled over. You was balled over in that corner. And right when you didn't want to go no more, I sent my messengers to grab you. You see my servant, Marim Magdala. Mary Magdalene. You see my servants one after the next. You see my servant Dewey, Buck Wild. You seen all of my servants go through heck and high water, and that's you, my servant. Thank you for not giving up. Guess who said that? You ready? Yahuwah Ruah
Him.
said, thank you for not giving up. Because now
Come
you get to
on.
be with me for eternity. You accept it?
Yes. Yes.
Proud of you, sis. We love you with all we got. We love you to life, not to death. We love you to
Thank you,
life. You
Brother
have a great
Jay.
one. We appreciate you, sis. Y'all give a shout out to Sarah. She came in the building blowing this thing up. Isn't that awesome? Just to have somebody come on, just pour their heart out. You know they've been through stuff. We all done been through stuff. Sister Lena's going to be joining me here in a little bit. She doing mommy duty now. Our son, we have a son. Y'all mamas know what's going on. She got to take care of our son. That's how we roll. So we can tag team. We can do everything. I'm going in. Listen, we got a lot to do, y'all. Y'all going to get this powerhouse song later on. It's going to talk to you like crazy. We're going to talk about all the things that are going on with the project. If you haven't done so yet, you have an opportunity. I call it an opportunity. You have a blessing waiting for you. And I want you to pay attention to your life once you do what you should be doing. When you go over to tsnt.org, I'm going to put it on the screen. If you go contribute, if you go over to tsnt.org, I promise y'all, can't nobody ever promote the truth is about the money. Never. Nobody can ever say, oh, it's about the money to promote the truth. They can't say it. They might talk it, but they look silly. I started Promote the Truth in 2007. The website Promote the Truth has been up since May 2007. As a matter of fact, it was a Christian site, which hardly anybody knows, in 2005 to 2007. And it was a rocking Christian site because I believed I was a Christian of the Christians back then. I was an ordained Baptist minister in 1992. I walked away from that after I found out it was trash. It was a lie. Then I went Seventh-day Adventist. I found out it was a lie. My dad was a Jehovah's Witness. He took me over to the Kingdom Hall. I said, this ain't going to work for me, Dad. They don't want to go so far. And I told who I thought at the time, I called him G-O-D like a lot of y'all did. Come on, Rachel. I see you, Rachel and Lane. I'm going to check you out. Rachel's a recent bronze member. Y'all send Rachel and Lane a shout out going bronze. I do like a lot of y'all do. I called the creator G-O-D. I called the creator a pagan name. We're going to change all of this. This is the time of the big change because the children are now coming up. The children are now coming up. You see, my son, hallelujah, my son is a native born follower of YAHUAH. He's never had a pagan thing come off his tongue, ever. We got an opportunity, all of us, to participate in that. Some of you're past your time of having children. You can impact the other people having children. Go get someone saved. Some of y'all know pregnant people now. Don't let the babies come in the world and them saying G-O-D and taking them down to get christened and going through the churches. Why should you let another baby go into another pagan church? Y'all with me? Like, let's stop the madness. My son's a native born. There's members on our staff that work with our team that are native born. Native. You better not say Jesus no more, Tammy. YAHUAH will throw you in the lake. The only reason you're going to say those pagan names is because you ain't been converted. And we can't do nothing for you if you ain't converted. Nothing. I can't do nothing for you other than what I'm doing, which is telling you the truth. But I can't convince you what the truth. You got to be his sheep. Like, if it's hard for you to understand and you over there like, man, go into the world. Go hook up with Satan. He will give you a party like you won't believe. Why are you going to struggle with the houses and the cars and the food? If you go cut a deal with Satan, he will give you all of that. He will. It's an energy on this world that you can go, they do it all the time. You see these celebrities, they do it all the time. They cut a deal with him. He gives them everything. He gives them fame, and that's, guess what? They going in the lake first, the lake of fire. So I'm just telling, look, don't nobody come and preach to you like that. They don't tell you to leave. Go ahead, go out there in that world. If it's too hard for you to understand the basics, that your brother, I'm telling you, I'm your brother if you accept it. I told G-O-D in 1993, leave me alone. Isn't that a great thing? I didn't even know the power of me saying that. I thought I was talking to the creator of the world when I said, God, leave me alone. This is me coming off of being ordained just a year earlier as a Baptist minister. I had done 3-4 sermons in big sermons, packed church, Ordination, people came from everywhere. I don't know if y'all know a Southern Baptist ordination. I don't know if y'all ever know it. Has anybody ever been to a Southern Baptist ordination? It's a different game. It's people they bring these churches from everywhere. It's packed out in the parking lot. And you got about 10 different pastors sitting behind you, old school. And they got to give confirmation on your first sermon in order for you to get ordained. Man, I went up there and did my thing. Everybody was tripped out. The church was going nuts. I did another one. Everybody going nuts. I did another one. And then I started talking to them old school pastors. And I started reading that scripture. And I went to the old school. I went to them. I said, this here seemed like a contradiction. Son, the scriptures never contradict themselves at all. That's the infallible. How many of y'all heard this before? That's the infallible word of God. And all you got to do is read the preface. And the preface tells you they don't got it all right. I think they might have changed it because they heard me talking. I was putting out productions over the years. The United Bible Society might have changed some of these prefaces because I was telling them that they were admitting. I got some copies. I'm going to show y'all some. I got to get that in my old boxes where they say we are 72 to 85% accurate. What about that other 15%? Could that include you remove the name of YAHUAH? Yes. Come on, Daniel Bacote. He said real talk happening right here. That's what that super's about. Daniel Bacote said getting real talk. Look, Shane Maxwell said, I went through about every Christian, every denomination in Christianity trying to find them. You ain't going to find them. Not if you're a real one. You're going to be like me. Shane, you probably like me. You go in there, man, and listen, I'm telling y'all, they got it tricked up. It's a circus. How do you feel when you at a circus, by the way? Huh? How do you feel when it's a good, happy feeling. I've been in some churches, they play some music. Like I got some aunts. My sister's hardcore Christian, and my sister is a professional singer. She can blow for real, for real. My sister's up there like Whitney type stuff. I'm not kidding y'all. She's professionally paid. A lot of R&B backup singer tracks she gets paid to do. She's that kind of fire. I'm telling you, you go in them churches and them circuses, and they can sing and you get chills all over your body. You be like, this has to be. This got to be right, but I'm feeling the way I'm feeling. And people screaming and shouting and passing out. Go out of that building. Let about a day or two go by. Go in there with the people passing out, jumping up and down, fired up. Let 2 days go by. And it's gone. Look at my dad says, they will not tell you the truth. But hey, my granddad was a deacon of a Baptist church. His daddy, my great granddaddy, my father's granddaddy. So look, we deaconed up, me and my dad. They were deacons. Our uncles, daddy would tell you, they were deacons. Our cousins, we had some of them deacons. Our family was hardcore Southern Baptist. And I'm telling you, you can go to some of them sermons and you will be tore up. You will swear you have a supernatural experience. Right, Aaron? Aaron, see what I'm talking about? Leaving the church on fire. The next day, they don't feel a thing. He said back to the same BS. Anybody feel what I'm saying, or am I just talking in the wind? I'm trying to tell y'all the truth. No, I'm telling you the truth. It's ridiculous. I'm telling you right now. You got to understand. You go out of there, you're tore up, everybody is going nuts. But when you go out after 2 or 3 days, you ain't got nothing. You know what I'm saying, Sister Sherry? Sister Yamani feels me. But now with YAHUAH, you don't have to go in any building. We can play you some music, which is off the charts. You can feel it, but you don't need it. Once you got YAHUAH in you, all that fire you need to be motivated and stay. I know a real YAHUAH, a follower of YAHUAH, if they endure. See, we know it. Look what Sarah said. It's all emotionalism. That's true. YAHUAH is above emotionalism. Let me tell you what's above emotionalism. Passion. Passion. See, when you passionate about something, you done surpassed emotionalism. The churches, the Christianity, the organized religion, they emotional. They got to come up with all kind of gimmicks to keep the circus going. How can we put them under? How can we keep them under the spell? Somebody work up a new batch. So I'm gonna go in and tear it down. Lena, you coming in now, or you want to wait? Lena coming in. So before I go in, my wife is done with her mommy duties. Welcome back.
Thank you. Yes, I'm back with the mommy duties. Got to record some videos.
Our son has some videos he had to record for his school. We homeschool. Lena, before I go into it, let's talk about homeschool.
Yeah.
That just came up on my spirit. You don't never know what we're gonna do on these lives. They're gonna go all over the place. Homeschool. How important is it? Number one, you and I, we conceived and gave birth to a native born YAHUAH.
Yes.
Me and Lena, we got married in late 2012. We brought a child in the world in the third month of the pagan calendar of what I guess you call March. So we brought him in the world. So we had been together about 3 years, and Lena could never been with me if she didn't call on YAHUAH. That's how y'all got to do it. I'm telling you right now. Thank you, Queen Nelson.
Thank you,
Queen no
Queen.
further supers. Queen understands the assignment. She's in here participating with the supers, showing love for the kingdom, helping our YouTube channel with that support. And then she's also been over to tsnt.org and she's giving. I'm going to give a shout out. Everybody, if you want your name called out, go to tsnt.org because before I'm done, I'm going to call out everybody that's contributed today on tsnt.org. I'm going to go over there. I'm just going to do a roll call. We're going to say, here's everybody that's participated and contributed at least something. So if you've been here, you've been getting all this content, all this knowledge, all this power from YAHUAH, and you're one of us, we're asking you to participate with the team. Go to tsnt.org. $3, we don't care. That's been some people today, Lynn. They gave $3. But there's something about sowing that seed that YAHUAH loves because he's going to give you more seed to sow. He gives seed to the sower. Talk to us about homeschooling, Lena. Let's go.
Why is so important homeschooling when you are following YAHUAH? You cannot let the world raise your child. There is no other country, there is not any country out there or any school they call in the name of YAHUAH. So the system is being, they got their own schedule. They got their own stuff that they teach kids. It's their own programming. And it's include what is all about is about all the organized religions, wherever they're going. So if you don't take control of your child, you are putting them at a very young age to be eaten by the wolf. That's it. Because when you're not able to decide what your kid is listening, what they have to battle, you can be telling them at the house that birthdays are not okay, that saying the word God is not okay, that the name of the creator is Yahuwah, but every day, at every time, they have to deal with paganism, with every single holiday that they have in the schools, from birthdays to Eastern, to any kind of celebration, because they're gonna come with all these celebrations. And
Hey, Lena,
now
they go nuts on Halloween with them kids.
Halloween, they calling out the day of the kids' day. No, it's not the kids' day. If your kid was slaughtered by the witches, you don't want that day to be celebrated by other people.
Explain that,
So
Lena.
many years the witches was celebrating Halloween, and they was killing babies. Their brains was burned in these little candle things. That is why the kids go out with asking for candies
They
in those
carry a little
little
jack-o'-lantern, right? Like they got a little pumpkin,
yes,
open pumpkin. So you're
uh-huh,
saying they would kill the kids, take their brains, and burn it inside the pumpkin?
yeah,
Is that
and
what you're saying, Lena?
make them, yeah, and they make them how do you call it, like lamps out of
Lanterns,
that, lantern
lanterns.
out of that, and they was doing their own ritual. So you're gonna tell me that you're going to participate in that celebration, even though they changing the name, and you still just go do your own research. So when you're in school, when you send your kids to school, even though they're able to, let's say you was able to have them out for Shabbat, and they are not able, they don't go to, they stay at home for Yahuwah's festivals. They still have to deal at a very young age on taking decisions and listening. They're peeing in your kids' ears. Now they're battling with sex. Now the schools are trying to make them think that it's okay to do this and that. Here in Colombia, there was some school that tried to obligate a kid, a boy, to put a skirt, because she was saying that it was okay, that everything was okay, and the kid didn't want it to, and it was a little bitty kid. It was less than 9 years old, and for whatever reason, the mom showed up at the school, and she beat at that teacher. It was crazy. So you cannot allow that to happen to your kid. You don't know what's going on. They are there for how many hours you're sending your kid to school? Is it for 2 hours?
No,
Is it for 3 hours? Is it
more,
4?
more.
8 hours. They leave your house probably around 7 or 8 in the morning, and they're back around 2, 3, sometimes even 4 o'clock. How you're able to manage that time and make sure they're being kept, like you are the guardian of that kid. So it's a lot of things that kids need to deal with at school. There's too much stuff, and they, even though they respect, they're still gonna say things that they don't supposed to hear. And then imagine the kid have to deal with Christmas. He's gonna be like our son. He's gonna be telling those kids that's a lie if he's gonna be in school.
We'd be
So
going down there to the principal's office all the time, Lena.
they're gonna be calling all the time. Hey, can you tell your kid don't say that? Why are we gonna have to deal with that? So it's very important that you take control of the education of your kid. What is really matter for them to learn? You know, a lot of things in school has been planned to dumb the society. So it's about to keeping the name and keep his culture, like who Yahuwah is and who he wants us to be is being clean. So we cannot stay at home for a Shabbat, but you send your kid to the school.
That's crazy to me.
So it's really important. I think that's one of the biggest points if you have kids, to take a decision. This is very important, and I think it's part of salvation, because we have been, Yahuwah give us these kids. It's our responsibility. What are you doing with your kid? That's a gift that Yahuwah just gave you, and you're just throwing it for somebody else to raise it. So if you are teaching them 4 hours at home, but at school they're teaching them 8, it is it's a call out. Like, I know for some people, you guys gonna have to pray and take hard decisions, but you're putting your kids at a very young age to be in the hands of evil, and they don't have you to protect you, and you're supposed to be their protector. So it's very important, and it's very easy. We have Ms. Melanie Summers. She have programs that she can help with homeschool. There are free programs in online and everything. You can even now with AI, you can even type in AI, give me a curriculum for a 5-year-old kid of math, Spanish, English, science, and you can build it. And like our son, he goes 2 hours online. He does 2 hours online every day. And he is very smart. They don't need 8 hours to be in the school. And he does activities outside, like sports and that kind of stuff, but we are there. We are there with him to be able to protect him. We're very clear with teachers, things that they cannot say around him, and he's very clear with them. And even in the school, like for example, tomorrow is Shabbat, right? So the teacher, even with the other kids, said, Kai, please record a video today because tomorrow is your Shabbat. And every kid knows, all the other kids are like, okay, like I have a Shabbat tomorrow. So even that is helping to witness to others. But I really encourage you that take control of the education of your kid and their salvation. Because once they turn 20, they are out of your hands. But what happened during these young ages is what's going to shape them for their future. So just, do the best you can right now, because the days, you're seeing the world. You're seeing what's going on in the world. So it's time to do that. You have amazing resources. There's amazing resources. If you go to our pttgram.com, that's our Telegram channel, you're going to find information there too. And you can email us, info@promotethetruth.com. Whatever we can help you with, we'll be there. But let's tear it down, Daniel.
Hey, I got a special thing. Since you were talking about that, I sent Sister Melanie a message. I said, you got to jump on just for a few minutes. So she'll be here in about 5 minutes or so. And then I can get into it. You never know where these things are going to go. But now that you said this, Lena, Yahuwah's leading. So sometimes we got to go off script a little bit here. All right, I'm going in. For every one of you that has children, Lena, I'm telling you, a lot of the blowback that we're going to get, persecution, is going to come because we're going to tell you our opinion. This is our opinion. We're going to say it's scriptural too. So now we're going to bring Yahuwah into the mix. And I'm going to prove it from scripture that if you send your kids out to a public school to where you don't know what they're being taught, or if you say, well, I'm going to send them to a Christian school or whatever, I'm going, or I'm going to send them to a Catholic school, or I'm going to send them to a private. If you do not gain control of your child's education, these scripture verses are for you. Lena, maybe I hadn't even planned this. This is new from Marku, chapter 9. I don't know if I've read this or not. I don't know if I've read it or not, Lena. But you tell me what this says. And this is Yahusha talking. This is Yahusha talking. Look at this. Verse 37. 9 Hold on. 36. Yahushua then took a little child and placed 36. Yahushua, Mark 9:36. Yahushua took a little child and placed him among the 12 of them. So he put him among the 12 disciples. Why would he do that, Lena, if he wasn't like trying to make an adamant point?
Yeah.
They're busy. They're doing adult stuff. He goes and says, hey, come here. And he brings a child and he puts the child in the center. And watch it. No. He brings him up, puts him in the center, then he pulls the child over. Watch what happens. Yahushua took the child in his arms. So now he's got the child in his arms. He's holding the child. And he said to them, whoever shall welcome one of these little children in my name welcomes me. And whoever welcomes me is not actually just welcoming me, but the one who sent me, Yahuwah the Father. Watch this. Yahuwah said to Yahusha. This is deep. Hold on, I'm gonna get this. Then Yahuwah got off subject. Because look, Yahusha's talking about what, Lena? The little child.
The little child.
He got off topic. Yahuwah says, teacher, we saw someone casting out demons in your name, and we told him to stop because he was not following us. And Yahusha says, do not stop him. No one who is doing powerful works or miracles in my name can quickly speak evil about me. Whoever is not against us is with us. And then he comes, so Yahusha, he dealt with it diplomatically. I bet he wanted to say, come on, Yahuwah, I'm talking about this kid. Because we know he comes right back in verse 41 and says, I assure you, whoever shall give a cup of water, whoever shall give you a cup of water because you belong to the Mashiach will certainly be rewarded. So now he affirms us, says, okay, you'll be rewarded. And then he says this, Lena, verse 42. And this is for all parents that have children that are educational school age. And whoever shall cause one of these little ones that believes in me to fall into sin, it would be better for them to have a huge millstone hung around their neck and thrown into the sea. Did y'all hear that?
Yeah.
You see, when you send your children off to the enemy, you're going to cause them to go into sin. Fact.
Yeah.
And so now you at home thinking you rolling with Yahuwah. And Yahuwah said, didn't you listen to what I told you in my word? Think about that. Like he gonna literally say to you, I gave you instructions on this subject. And that's why when we tell you about the 144,000 and the 144 people going, no, it's gonna be more than. No, it's not. It ain't gonna be a game more than that. Because most people, they are caught up in the thorns, Lena.
Yeah. And what the society,
The thorns.
the norm of the society. And that's the thing. You cannot be the norm. Yahuwah is not out of this world. This world is evil. Whatever you look at, you see evil. Like, you can see a beautiful school and they can have beautiful things and all these things, but we're really teaching the kids right there. Your kids are even going through bullying. Why are you gonna send your kids to a place where people are gonna treat them bad, starting from then? Just don't even talk about what they're getting taught. That they're being treated bad, disrespected, a lot of things abused.
And we got some people getting fired up in the chat. They understand the assignment.
It's no need for it. It's your kid. What if they will take him when he born? If that week they took him out somewhere, you will fight to find it. And now because he can speak and he can walk, you're gonna send them somewhere where they cannot defend themselves spiritually. So around the whole world, you can homeschool. And even if in your country it's not legal, you have to figure out a way, because there's rights in the world. So there's a rights. You have a freedom. You have a freedom that you can utilize. You have to figure out another place where to go. Yahuwah is going to protect you if you follow His commandments. If He's asking you, you're listening to this. He's telling you what you need to do. It's up to you if you're gonna ignore and give Him excuses, because anything that you have right now to reply on why you haven't take care of your kid, it means you're not listening. You're giving excuses. There was no schools back in the day when Yahushua was walking, and when the moms and the dads, you can see even with Abraham, his dad was teaching him to read. There was no schools.
I like what your money put. What about attending universities? Is your kid bona fide Yahuwah? They good to go? They strong? They got it? Or is there nonsense on that campus? What y'all gonna have to make your mind up. Is there any paganism celebrated on that campus? Is it? Answer your own questions. Is there paganism celebrated on that campus?
Yeah. And remember the age of accountability.
Hey, Melanie's here, babe. And the age of accountability is 20. I got my sister Melanie Summers in the building. We got an expert on this subject. We ain't gonna just be talking no talk. Melanie, we got a whole. For some reason, the spirit of Yahuwah moved on me. You know, your brother been in the trenches. I'm supposed to call Melanie like that. I owe Melanie a phone call too. Hey, I got a good excuse. I'm handing my excuse here to the teacher. I've been translating, teacher, like you wouldn't believe. Your brother's burning the candle hard. Hey, Melanie Summers, tell them your background, Melanie. Why are you qualified to talk about education? What's your background?
I taught school. Can you hear me, by the way?
Hear you great.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks for introducing me anyway. But I taught school for 42 years. And I started back in 1976, where there didn't seem to be any of this nonsense that's in our schools today going on. But the more I taught and the longer I taught, I was like, I just can't do this anymore. But anyway, I did retire after 42 years. But during the pandemic, people started calling me because they were quarantined in home with their children, and they didn't know how to do different things. You know, they didn't know how to teach physical science or how chemical changes happened or anything like that. And even imagine a 9-year-old on a Zoom platform trying to learn how to add fractions. Yeah, I mean, it just didn't work. So, you know, a lot of kids did go back to school, but there was a lot of kids that did not. Their parents just said, no, I'm not sending them back to that mess. There are too many concerns going on. So incidentally, homeschooling just in the United States grew from about 900,000 documented kids before the pandemic to now it's over 15 million. And that's
you say 15 million?
That's just that's the documented and the.
Okay, so before the pandemic, how many, Melanie?
Around 900,000 documented.
And now post-pandemic, how many?
Around 15 million.
Go on, sis. Tell them what's going on.
Yes.
Well, everything that Lena was talking about is happening. And it is so odd to me that that teachers are not even allowed to discipline children anymore. You know, they can say, I don't like that. That's not very nice. You know, I mean, but you've got kids going on and on. They do things behind your back. You can't see what they're doing. And you're right. There's bullying going on, and all kinds of things. Did you know that where my grandson, who's 14, goes to school, he told me last fall that a little girl went to one of the girls. Well, she wasn't so little; she was probably 13. Went to the bathroom and got raped. So we're not just talking about, we're just not talking about hurting feelings. I mean, these things are happening. They're not allowed to take their cell phones from them. They text kids, hey, such and such just went to the bathroom, and some in another classroom, and they'll go beat the kid up if they don't like something that they've done. And they still take lunch money, and they make them pay for protection. I mean, it's ridiculous what's going on in schools today. That's not even including the things that they are teaching them. It's amazing to me that teachers can, if a child talks to a teacher about something that is personal, and it's something that is very concerning, the teacher's not allowed to call their parents and tell them what their child just told them. And if you do, you can get fired. Not to mention all of the nonsense going on with this ism and that ism, and here's this person and that person, and my same grandson not too long ago sent me a video he was forced to watch in physical education about these kids go into the dressing room and come out dressed as the opposite gender, and you're supposed to accept that. You can't say anything bad about that. So, all of this is going on in schools today.
Well, here's the big question here. This is why I brought you on. I got to get to it because me and my sister, we get down like that. This is a real bona fide, off the charts. And Joe Carden just put a super in and said, our children are a blessing from YAHUAH. YAHUAH is trusting us with them. It is our responsibility to protect them, to teach them, to raise them. We have to stay diligent, family. Praise YAHUAH. That's why we got Melanie on here, because she's a real one. She's a real YAHUAH, and she's a professional. So I've got your website up here, Innovative Homeschool Solutions. Is as a bona fide, have you called on the name of YAHUAH? Let's do this part first.
Well, of course, yes, absolutely.
What level do you love YAHUAH? Tell everybody. That way they can know about the YAHUAH part of you.
I love YAHUAH with all my heart, all my soul, all my passion. And I tell people about him. I'm one of those people that I will introduce you, tell you, give them your website. I don't spend an hour talking about it unless they want to. I give them, I serve them the platter.
And then you're moving on.
And then I walk on.
All right, now hold on. Melanie, we need some solutions here. You talked about how can Melanie Summers, as a bona fide follower of YAHUAH, professional educator for 42 years, I want to tear it down, Melanie. I want people out of them public schools and in the homes. Can you help these folks, Melanie? Tell them how.
I certainly can. Well, the first thing that they could do is they can go to Amazon and get my book. And it's 400 pages of how to homeschool.
Hold on. Let me put that up there too. We're going to put that up there too. Hold on. I got to get it up. So Melanie, is that LO? Give me that real quick.
It's backwards. Learning outside the line. And you have
Can they go to LOTL.com and go straight to it? TL book.
Yeah, it was LOTLbook.com.
I'm putting it up. Hold on. Here we go. Here's how y'all can get that book. Look on the screen.
This has got everything in it. Not only it's got an inventory in it where you can figure out how your children learn best. And what it is just 24 questions, and they rate it on a scale from 1 to 5. For instance, what's your favorite food, Jay?
Me? Man, yeah. I love me some fish.
Fish, and that's your favorite food.
If I got some good fish, just seared, just pan seared, and it's a mild flavor, y'all might want to leave me alone.
So on a scale from 1 to 5, what would you rate that?
5.
Your favorite food? 5, right? Yeah. Okay. How would you rate liver and onions?
0.
Exactly. So that's how there's statements on this they'll say things like, if I see a Rubik's Cube, I will pick it up and try to solve it. Between 1 or 5, what would you rate that?
Say it one more time.
If I see a Rubik's Cube, I will pick it up and try to solve it.
I need to rate that.
Yeah.
For me being the one, if I saw one,
You.
2.
2. Okay. Lena, what would you rate it?
You're what?
1, 2.
Her computer's locked. She said her computer's locked. So Lena, if you saw a Rubik's Cube sitting around, 1 being the least, 5 being the most, you'd want to solve that Rubik's Cube. What number? Put it up with your fingers.
I think I'm back.
How are you back?
To wanted to solve the Rubik's Cube?
Yeah, I would pick it up and try to solve it.
You pick it up and be trying to solve it, or you leave
3.
it there. 3.
3.
All right.
Okay. I would do a 5.
I too.
Okay. Those types of things there's 24 questions that I ask, and you rate those on 1 to 5. And when you do it, there's certain questions that go together, like 1, 9, and 17, for instance. And you add those up together, and it gives you a score from 0 to 15, 15 being the highest. So you put those different things in order, and it tells you how you learn, the best way you learn. So since that comes out to me being a magical mathematician, which means I love math, and you can teach different things, even spelling, using something that has to do with a logical way to get it. And kids learn faster, but they don't learn. A magical mathematician does not learn like a vivacious verbalist.
Yeah, because every kid have their own, their own gifts, and in school they're treated just as a number. Everyone is the same. Yep. So when you have your kid at home, you can use people like Melanie, that they will be your guidance and will help you, and you can have her as a tutor, or you can ask her to help you be the tutor of your kid. But what a better choice that you, with your own love, and you learn to be patient, because that's of YAHUAH, and that's one thing that is very important as a parent. Our Father don't want us to be all crazies, so that's part of our learning, to be better every day and understand and have that connection. Why in the first place we wanted to have a kid, or when he came to the world, you fell in love with the baby. So let's give them the best. And the best is you as a parent, we're always going to take the best decision for that kid.
Lena, I got to get this question in, honey, if you don't mind, because I got to hurry up and get to what I got a lot of information.
Get it.
So, baby girl, check this out. Somebody asked a question, Lena. Rosalind Grimes says, Melanie, how can you help me take my children out of the school system and at home?
All right. Well, first of all you got to do is write a letter and saying, I'm enrolling my children. I'm going to homeschool. Now, depending on where you live, there may be rules and regulations that you have to follow to legally be able to do that. Now,
Melanie, do you do consultations?
I do. I have. Yes, the first consultation is free.
So if they go to innovativehomeschoolsolutions.com, they can get a free consultation from you?
Yes, they can. And right now I'm having my website rebuilt. So if they need it, the best way, I think right now, because I know that the other day I tried to get on that and I couldn't get on it because it's the person that's rebuilding it has it locked in one of those things where I can see it, they can see it, but nobody else can see it. So they probably would just want to give me a phone call.
Hey, Melanie, what if I put your Facebook link in here and people sent you a message on Facebook? That way we can protect privacy. Okay,
Yeah, they can
I'm gonna put Melanie Summers' Facebook in here, and that way, until I think she's having a couple things she's doing with her website, y'all can just send her a message. There it is. It's in the chat. So whoever wants to ask Melanie, get down the road with this. You know, she makes money doing this now. By the way, we're teaching people how to make money and build their own businesses inside of Promote the Truth. So that's another blessing that we'll be bringing to you. So, but you can get a consultation for free. But if you want to bring Melanie in and say, look, I want you to do the deal. Melanie, would you guide somebody from A to Z, from getting them, take them from I don't know what to do to they are an expert in homeschooling? Could you help them do that?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
We need an email too, because there's people that don't use Facebook.
Nah, I'm not
Email
doing
you.
email. Not doing that,
No.
baby. Not doing email. Nope.
So
Nope.
send
Nope.
an
Nope.
email
Nope.
to info@promotethetruth.com if you need to get probably in
Yep.
contact.
If you want to do, hey, info@promotethetruth.com. Info@promotethetruth.com. We'll get it over to Melanie and then she'll reach out to you. Just put your phone number in there and then the staff will work out. We always protect everybody's privacy. So this is awesome, man. This is awesome. I love it. Melanie, we're going to let you get out here. Any parting words you got for the kingdom of Yahuwah, for the children? Talk to them about the children.
Get your kids out of public school if you can, because not only is bad things happening in school, but they're going to be around paganism all day long, depending on what the holiday is, the pagan holiday is of the month, whether it's like, the big C in December to Valentine's Day in February. Mother's Day is coming up. All of these things are pagan. And trust me, it's you decorate your room with all of these decorations, so it's in their face because you want to make your room cutesy, especially elementary kids. So, the sooner you can get them away from those things that are in their face all the time, plus the teachings that they're giving them now, get them out as soon as you can.
Hallelujah. We love you.
Way, you might think that it's expensive, but you think about all of the expenses you have when you have your kids in public school, and they're all the time coming home with something to sell. Candy bars here, magazines there. And you have some places you have to buy uniforms. You're all the time buying those kinds of things, school supplies, pencils, paper, crayons, whatever. You don't have, you just buy those once and you have them at home in your cubby bin. You don't have to keep buying those things over and over and over unless they need replaced. So you're all the time spending money for school.
Yahuwah provides anyway.
How much the salvation of your kid is worth it?
Yeah.
Exactly. And they're home. They can eat wherever they want. They can study wherever they want. I mean, nobody says you have to sit at the kitchen table to do your schoolwork, and nobody says you have to be doing a worksheet in order to do your schoolwork. The next time you take your kids to the beach, or you take your kids, to an amusement park, you've got teaching right there at the zoo. You can teach from experience rather than a worksheet. Just so you know.
Hallelujah. That's our sister Melanie Summers. Hey, if y'all love having Melanie for this jam session, she gave us, put some fire emojis in the chat for Melanie. Put some fire emojis in the chat. We love you, sis. Mwah, you're the best. Was that great, Lena? That was like a little ad lib. I just thought it was important since you brought up about the children homeschool.
Yeah, and we're talking a lot about the public school, but in general, is any school. If you don't have control, if they are not Yahuwah believers and they follow exactly what you believe on, don't send them. It can be the best private school in the world, and they follow whatever organized religion they follow. So stay in control of your kids' future, your kids' salvation, and be obedient. That's the biggest
Our
thing.
child is 9 years old and is on track to graduate college from home by the time he's done being 16.
Yeah.
So at this pace right now, he will not reach 17 and not have already graduated college and never step foot on a campus promoting Greek mythology sororities. What about that part? I saw somebody put that in the chat. All those Greek, almost all the sororities are Greek pagan. I mean, you pagan from the max on this thing.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah,
going in on it, Lena, if you don't mind.
Let's go.
I got to get it up, y'all. I got to teach y'all some stuff. I'm going to rip through this because we spent some extra time doing some things that YAHUAH put on us. But I'm going to talk about this great Greek hoax. That way you're going to get your mind on it. But before I do that, got a little bit of break to be able to tell you, we need everybody to get over to tsnt.org. Everybody get over and contribute something. I want to give a shout out right now, Lena, if you don't mind. I want to give a shout out to the people that have contributed today. These are people that's been over to TSNT and said, look, man, I might not have a lot, but I can do $3. You know, I can get in the game. Robert Arenson was the first one with $1,038.73. Jamie Galloway came in the building. Jamie's all upstate South Carolina. I know him now because he's representing. He came and said, look, man, I got $10 to get it. Robert Arenson came right back, did another $1,000+. Then you got Daniel Libby. So I'm not going to say the amounts. I'm going to tell you everybody that did at least something. Daniel Libby, Elmer and Corrine Hinko. Daniel Libby again. Wow. That's awesome. Michael Fickett, Lisa Austin, Renee Patterson, Robert Palsick over there in Hungary, Brian Robertson. Unbelievable. Him and his beautiful wife, Eartha. Sue Hay, Augusto came in. Sarah Hoke, Hannah Tello, Jean Pierre Charles. And a lot of these people, Lena, are new. Queen Nelson went over to TSNT. Look, it's jumping on me now. Miss people must be going over doing this. It just jumped all over the screen on me, Lena. That means people must have went over there and started hitting it. Let me see here. All right, we got it. So we had a new one with Jean. Then Queen Nelson came back again, and she's been doing supers today. Then James Harris, and he's been doing supers today. Amber House, Sylvia Johnson, Robert Lee came in new. A lot of these are new. Damon White, new. Michelle McNeely, Sonora Hopes, new. Christina Archibek came in $777. She must want me to say that over and over. Patrice Pearson came in. Jermaine Ford came in again. Carolyn Sanders, Donna Steele, Jamar Peel went over to TSNT. Lewis Cotton, Tyson Laverdier came in. Henry Tightgrabber came in. Alexis Brown, new. You know, Robert Arenson again did $500 some. He ended up going diamond on that. Jamie Galloway again. Rush Bryant. Robert Arenson again. Daniel Libby again. So some people are contributed for each session because they love YAHUAH like that. Elmer Hinko down in the Philippines again. Donna Spree Mayo, new, came in. Did $104. Said, look, I want to get in and be able to support the kingdom. Suhei Augusta again. Daniel Bocote again. Plus all the supers he does. Renee Patterson. William Pollock over there in Northern Ireland came in. Sherry Harrod, our awesome sister that don't have to do it. Norman Irvin. Kimberly Mitchell. Brandon Tello in the building. Loving his powerful wife, Hannah's been over there supporting all day long. Blake Bernades, always strong in the chats, always strong in the supers over there in Hawaii. Lisa Austin contributed. Courtney Linsherton, brand new. She did $7.77. Come on, Courtney, don't play. I see you. Juanita Heinrich came in again. Juanita was serious on the leadership. Juanita came in. She got her gold pack right away. Then she did another 500 today. She ain't playing. Nathan Osborne, new, $52. He came in and said, look, I want to be in here. Sandra Becerra, Patience Terry, Lene Lyons, always. Lena, remind me to check on Lene, see where she's at. Isaac Agbasit. Isaac always in here doing something to keep the kingdom moving. Renee Burdett. I see you, sis. Renee is not playing. It's $415. Because first fruits is on somebody's mind. They heard the call. Christine Casey came in $21.23. Marquise and Lene. That's a dynamic duo. Him and Lene came in and did something. Russ Bryant again. Daniel Libby again. He don't stop. Queen Nelson again. Jamie Galloway again. Eartha Robertson again. Come on, Eartha. Yamani Thomas, one of our most arduous supporters, came in and contributed. Tyson Lavender, Joe Carden, him and Ebony. They don't play with the kingdom of Yahuwah. Michael Rowley, he don't play. You know, Suhey again. Sophia Taylor. Stephen Kittrell came in brand new, $104. I see you, Stephen. Stephen's on here right now, I think. I think he's on here right. Daniel Bacote again. Plus the supers. Catherine Tillman, Carolyn Sanders, Daniel Libby. You ready? Again, Lena. Emily, our sister down in Mexico. Emily Aguilar, I see you. Montobia Gray, brand new, $5. Said, look, I'm in here for the kingdom. We celebrate everybody equally. That's how we roll inside this kingdom here. And Daniel did a super. You saw that, Lena? And he said, I'm going to put a super on there. $50 super. I ain't playing. We love Yahuwah like that. Why? We're going to do the greatest marketing campaign in the history of the world for Yahuwah. Nobody's ever. Nobody. Come on, Isaac. I saw you. Nobody's ever intentionally went and promoted Yahuwah. Not just promote the truth, because the truth is who? Yahuwah. Lena, who's ever said we're putting together a campaign for Yahuwah? Who's ever said that?
I have never heard that. Just spreading the word to make sure everybody understand what it is that he wants us to do in this earth. And having the correct translations, the right words, the right teachings. This have never happened before. People have created raised funds to just do a translation that is based on the Greek translations, but it have never been a campaign for a translation, and on top of doing the translation, bringing the teachings of Yahuwah to the world. It haven't happened.
They ain't happened. Y'all gotta understand. Y'all listen. You got a blessing waiting for you right now. When you contribute, you're stepping into good soil. So get in. Like, I don't care. We told you. We celebrating the $3 just like we celebrating the $1,000.
Yep.
We ain't playing no games with it. We know the blessing for you if you just get in. Got to get in. I'm going in right now. Oh, here we go, Lena. The Great Greek Hoax. Put your seat belts on again. If you brand new, you get ready to get freaked out. And you're going to be fired up and ready to go. You're going to be tore up. Because you got to deal with this part. The real New Testament. So we started out translating the Tanakh. We got Bereshit done. That's Genesis. We got Exodus done, Shemot. We got half of YAHUAH done. That's Leviticus. And then Yahuwah said, but wait a minute. There's something you need to look at. I don't want you to start in the Tanakh. People are not arguing hardcore about the Tanakh, even though there's errors all over the place because, Lena, of Mazarites doing vow pointing. Wait till we get over there. Soon as we're done on the 15th, I'm telling y'all better put your seatbelts on again. It ain't gonna stop. Y'all got to the end of the year for blazing. Now I don't know what I'm gonna do when the year's up. I might even take a 6-month break and just go somewhere and sit down.
It's a full year of teaching.
Huh?
It's a full year of teachings and translation.
I might literally just go somewhere and sit under a tree and look at the water and don't move for about 2 months before I show back up. Come on, Isaac, you checked.
You deserve it.
I might just so sit on the tree and just look at the water and then, go inside and get something to eat, come back out and just sit down. I'm pushing that hard, fam. All right, let's go. Y'all ready? We going in. Going in. Let's get dialed in here. I'm gonna get this ready to rock. Oh, y'all know what to do. Y'all got the fire. They got the fire emojis going in. They got the fire emojis going. All right, I'm doing it right now. It's a hoax. Don't even think that it's not. I'm gonna prove it right now. Watch this. Watch this. This is gonna be crazy. Was the New Testament, the Brit Hadash, that's the real name of it. Was it originally written in Greek? Was it? That's your big question. No is your big answer. And it's not difficult, Lena, to prove this. It's so easy to prove it. What language did Yahushua and his disciples speak and write in? What language? So you gotta ask yourself. They spoke in Aramaic. Aramaic is the real name. And Abari Hebrew. When they went into synagogues, they primarily spoke Abari. I should say when they went into the Ahikals. Let me check that. That's the temple. They spoke Abari because they were reading from the Tanakh. And the Tanakh is only in Abari Hebrew. So that's what they would speak in the Ahikals. Okay? But out in business, out in life, they were talking Aramaic. Very simple to understand. So why is this important? Like, why is it? Because of this right here. Right when you see this verse here, everything, you see these verses. And this is out of the true scripture. So, let me make sure, let me move this over here. I got to learn how to do this with this pain, Lena. I'm going to rock it right here best I can. All right. So pay attention. I might have to pull this up over here too. Matter of fact, I'm going to pull this up because when I share my screen over here, I got different things going and it blocks me out. So y'all bear with me for 1 second. Y'all bear with me for 1 second and I will have this dialed in right about. Here I go. Am I close? Yes. All right. So, can you still hear me okay, Lena?
Yes.
Why is this important? Well, first of all, let's talk about YAHUAH, the real YAHUAH, John chapter 18, 3 through 8. This is directly taken from the true scriptures. This directly comes out of the Peshitta. And I'm going to prove how accurate this book is versus the nonsense Greek text. Yehuda Aish Kariut, that's Judas Iscariot. That's his real name. Led a company of soldiers and officers from the chief priest. I got to fix that, chiefs. The chief priest and Parashim. So that's the Pharisees and the chief priest. And they came there with torches, lamps, and weapons. But Yahusha knew all that would happen to him. So he went out and said to them, "Who are you looking for?" And they answered him, saying, "Yahusha of Nazareth." Yahusha then said to them, y'all know how he responded to them? See, you don't get this in your translation. He said literally, Ayah, Asha Ayah, meaning I am that I am, the living Alua. He said the same thing he said when he was on the mountain. That's why so many people are confused about trying to figure out who the son is, because you got the wrong translation and you try to stand on it 10 toes down, but you're standing on sand. We're bringing you to rock, the foundation here. So he said, I am. What he basically said is, I am Yahuwah. Now, Yehuda Aish Kariut, who betrayed him, Judas Iscariot, was also standing with them. And when Yahushua said to them, Ayah, Asher, Ayah, meaning I am that I am, the living Yahuwah, they all fell backwards to the ground. That's how powerful it is. He's that off the hook. Once more again, Yahushua asked them, who are you looking for? And they said, Yahushua of Nazareth. Yahushua said to them again, I have told you, Ayah, Asher, Ayah, meaning that I am the living Yahuwah. And if you are seeking me, then allow these with me to go. Let them go. So he was establishing right then what was going on. He's telling them who he is. Y'all feel that? Imagine if you was there when that was going on. And I mean, think about that. So this is why the Greek translation is trash. Because you can't get the real meaning out of it. You're going to be lost. So now in Mark 14, 61 through 65, now they've got Yahushua standing in front. They've arrested him. They've taken him to the high priest. And here's what happens in verse 61, Mark chapter 14. But Yahushua remained silent and did not answer. Then the high priest asked him, are you the Mashiach, the son of the blessed one? Yahushua said, Ayah, Asher, Ayah, meaning I am that I am, the living Yahuwah. He said it to the high priest. And then he says something emphatic, Lena. And you got to know the scriptures to know when he says this part. And they all those legal experts, all those Pharisees, they knew when he said, and you shall see the Son of Man sitting as the right hand of power coming on the clouds of heaven. He told him one day, I'm going to resurrect your butts. And you're going to see me who you're treating like crap. Look at verse 63. This is why they killed him. Then the high priest ripped his clothes. Lena, what would make him rip his clothes? And said, what would make him rip his clothes, Lena? What would make the high priest?
Because he said something that only YAHUAH have said before. So he's claiming to be YAHUAH.
Y'all hear what my wife said? She gave me in the simplest terms. For everybody gets confused on this. He said what only YAHUAH can say. Only YAHUAH in the entire world. You can't say it. You say it, you might drop dead any moment. If you claim to be that, you can say it to tell her he said it, that that's who he is. You better not claim it for yourself. The high priest ripped his clothes and said, what further witnesses do we need? Verse 64. This tells you why they killed him. So anybody that says that Yahushua is not YAHUAH, they are literally anti-Mashiach. They are not getting the part of 64 here. You have heard him commit blasphemy. And nobody that doesn't have understanding takes the time to figure out what blasphemy is. That's saying that name, YAHUAH. But more importantly, if you say, I am YAHUAH, like you got that authority, that's blasphemy. And then the high priest says, what is your decision? He looked at the council. And they all declared Yahushua guilty and sentenced him to death. Then some of them began to spit on him. Then they covered his face and started beating him with their fists. They were saying to him, let us see you prophesy now. The guards took him and started beating Yahushua too. He got beat down. You think he's going to put up with you doubting who he is? Come on. It's on and popping here, Lena. Wait a minute. So why does it matter? Because YAHUAH, that 18:5 that I brought up earlier, when they answered him saying Yahushua of Nazareth, Yahushua then said, I am. That verse 5 there, I gave it to you from the Greek text. So right there where you see that number 5, they answered him saying Yahushua of Nazareth. Yahushua then said to them, I am. That's the Greek text. Do we got a problem there? Yeah, we got a problem there. Lena, on this slideshow, I need to put in the Aramaic and the Hebrew there. Like in the Aramaic, it says ana, ana. They left out an ana. I am that I am. Ana, ana. Shane, the Vav sound is a U. See, it's just a V is a U. But let's stay focused on the assignment, fam. So think about that. Think about that. You can't leave out the second ayah or you are baked and toasted. Because you're going to take it up just, oh yeah, are you from there? Yeah, I am. Are you from Nazareth? Yeah, I'm from there. That ain't what he said. He said ayah, asha ayah. He said, I am that I am. That means to be, to exist. I always was, always am, and always will be. That's a big difference in that verse. So your King James, your NIV, all your other translations you see out there, even the ones that have removed the pagan names, I don't know any of them that puts the second ayah or ana in there. You got to either put the second ana in Aramaic or the second ayah in Hebrew. You got to put the second one there. If you don't, you are Greeked up, period. They done got you. You have now been Greekified. Is that a new word? I keep giving Greek different names later. They Greekified. You done got Greekified. Yeah. Now, wait a minute. The deity, the Kadosh, not the Kadosh, because that's a UA there. The Kadosh of Yahusha is everything. It ain't some things, Lena, family. That's right, Sarah. You can't get Greekified. The deity, the Kadosh of Yahusha it's a matter of life and death. I'm gonna prove it. I'll prove it. Why? Because Yahusha, when he was on earth, y'all listen to this. Listen to this. I said to you that you shall die in your sins, for unless you believe that, quote, ayah, asha ayah, meaning that I am the living Yahuwah, you shall die in your sins. That's YAHUAH, chapter 8, verse 24. That's the real translation. The real authentic translation of YAHUAH, chapter 8, verse 24 is there. Guess what they did in all of the translations? They left out that second ayah again. They left out that second ana. They left it out. And if you leave that second one out, you then change everything. Because now you go into casual conversation. Is your name Lena? Lena would go, yeah, I am. But if I came up to her and I say, what's your name? And Lena goes, Aya, Asha, Lena, Asha, Lena. I'd be like, why you say that? You know, because if you put that second one on it, it's going to change everything. You got to understand how critical this is. Why? Because YAHUAH, chapter 8, verse 24, it's in the top 10 most important verses in all of Scripture. Right now, it's so important because you out of here. If you call on the name of Yahusha, they got you. Satan got you. He tricked you. Yahusha's pointing to you with his name. He's telling you that Yahuwah is salvation and you still calling on Yahusha. It don't make any sense. That's why Yahuwah Mashiach said, unless you believe that I am Yahuwah. That's what he's saying here. You're going to die in your sins. Now I'm going to prove some stuff here. You ready, Lena? Let's smash the Greek. Say it, baby. So let's tear it down. Say tear it down, baby.
Let's tear it down.
Everybody put tear it down in the chat. Everybody put tear it down in the chat, because watch what I'm going to show you here. Put tear it down in the chat, because I'm telling you, 99% of the people that's going to watch this, you've never heard this. And go research this, and you're going to send us a message going, thank you for saving my soul. You're going, the ones that are the real ones, you're going to say, thank you for saving my soul. Thank you for saving my soul. I was gone. Tear it down. Look at it. We lighten it up in the chat. Watch this. There are almost 6,000 Greek New Testament manuscripts. Did you know that? Did you know there's almost 6,000 Greek New Testaments manuscripts? There are, now this is the crazy part. This is a fact. Come on, Emily, with that super. I see you, sis. There's an estimated 400,000 errors in those 6,000 Greek New Testament manuscripts. 400,000 errors in those manuscripts. These are the ones they use to produce your Bible. So the scriptures that every one of you got in y'all's hands, I'm telling you, it is generated out of what I'm sharing with you now. 6,000 manuscripts, 400,000 errors. So let's just give it a big benefit of the doubt, because you got to bring your brain into reality here. So some people go, man, that's a lot. What if it's just punctuation, little things, you know, a comma here, a comma there. Let's just say that's the issue. Say 90% are just punctuation. That still leaves you with 40,000 errors. How are you going to survive? How are you going to be able to have any confidence in what you're reading? When you sit down and pray, you literally are going off of, I thought, I hope, I wish. And YAHUAH is going to say, away from me. I never knew you. Because you didn't want to learn about me. You didn't want to go run from me and find out about me. Well, what if it's only 5%? That's still 20,000 errors. What if it's just 1%? That's still 4,000 errors. And I'm telling you, I'm confident. And everybody's been watching us do these lives. I know y'all are now confident, because we bring them on here all the time. And we go, that's a lie, that's a lie, that's a lie, that's a lie, that's a lie. We just kept doing it. And then we tell everybody, go get your translations. No matter what translation it is. And guess what everybody does? Everybody comes back and goes, man, I can't believe I never saw that. It's ridiculous. Now, compare that to the Aramaic and Hebrew. Let's just go with the Aramaic real quick. Watch this. Let's talk about the Peshitta, which is my favorite to translate New Testament. As a matter of fact, it's the predominant. It's pretty much the only thing I'll use for most of the books except 4. There's 4 that were written in Hebrew. Because virtually every one of the 360 transcripts are almost identical. Extremely congruent. How come nobody's ever taught us this? Why has nobody ever taught us about the Peshitta, Lena? Did you ever hear about it growing up in Catholic school?
No, not at all.
Do they teach this in the Christian?
They don't want us to know the truth.
I'm sorry, honey. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
They don't want us to know the truth. That's why they move away from the original languages.
That's crazy.
They was killing people. They was killing people that spoke these languages. It was prohibited to speak the languages. That way, through generations, they was able to hide everything and manipulate it, and you're not able to find it until we have the true scriptures coming out.
All right. So very important. 360, fam. So let me make sure y'all understand this. That way your brains click in. Y'all have heard of the King James. Lena, you see a troll over in Facebook. Get him out. You hear me, Lena? All right, thank you, babe. Hey, y'all have heard of the King James, the New King James, the NIV, the Amplified. Y'all have heard of all these versions. Imagine if 360 of those like that, like you know about. Imagine if the King James and the NIV were virtually identical. Imagine that. Can y'all imagine that? That would seem like almost impossible, right? This is what 360 transcripts I'm talking about. The 360 different people that went and they just said, oh, let's make sure we got the update to Peshitta here, over in our region, over in this region, over in that region, and over 1,500 years. I got to add that to the slide. Over 1,500 years. I'm going to put a note here. 1,500 years, multiple locations, 360 different versions, almost identical. So Aramaic and Hebrew was the language that Yahushua and the disciples spoke. So historians, even the Greek historians, they account that the Brit Hadash, the New Testament, was originally written in Aramaic and Hebrew. They all admit it. Even the Greek, the big time ones, like the ones that are the most respected. Y'all ready? What do these Greek bishops and historians have to say? Y'all gonna get a shock here. If y'all brand new, you about to get blown up. Because this is one of the most respected Greek historians of all time. Papias. 130 CE. Before y'all, I'm telling you, before Yahusha even got it, 130, I'm sorry, but after Yahusha got here, just shortly after he left, not a long time, talking about less than 100 years after he left, this major Greek historian, he's a bishop. That means he's in the Catholic Church, fam. A historian, guess what he said? Matthew Matatiyahu composed his work in the Hebrew dialect, and each translated as best they could. What's he saying, Elena? He goes, everybody that's Greek, we translated what Matatiyahu, what he put in Hebrew and Aramaic. We translated the best we could in the Greek.
What did the best we could mean? Like that's not their main language, and their culture was pagan. So their main culture was pagan. So what do you think they translated to make it to fit to what? Because they didn't translate it to put in practice what actually Yahusha on the earth was saying, or what YAHUAH taught in the other books.
Look at this. Hold on, it don't stop. Y'all gonna be, listen. You know what I like about this, Lena? Because now we deal with the intellectuals. See, the wise and the intellect. Those of you that think you know all this stuff and you like, I'm gonna go prove this and that. Go research. Go look at every name I'm putting up here. I'm giving you their quotes. You ready? Let's go over and grab Irenaeus from 170 CE. 2nd century Greek bishop. These are Catholic people. These are Greek to the max people. Quote, Matthew Matatiyahu also issued a written gospel, that's a Bashura, among the Hebrews in their own dialect. What dialect? The Hebrew dialect.
Their own dialect.
The book of Matatiyahu, that is Matthew, was written in Hebrew, and these people that are Greek historians are validating it. And everybody that's you go to, I'm sorry, baby.
I'm sorry, I'm just fired.
Okay.
And then the church and all these organized religions right now are telling you that the New Testament, the Brit Hadash, was wrote originally in Greek. Like how? They just telling us what was their own dialect. So if their own dialect was Hebrew, what are they doing writing in Greek? It
That's
don't make sense.
amazing.
And if it was written in Greek, why they have to translate it the best they could? That right there is those kind of questions of common sense. If it was already written in Greek, why you have to translate it back to Greek? It don't make no sense.
What they say, the young people say, make it make sense. All right, let's go to Clement of Alexandria. Lena, I don't think people understand. These are big time Greek historians, theologians. So theologian means he's dealing with religion, philosophy. He said, quote, in the work called Hypotyposis, to sum up the matter briefly, he has given us abridged accounts of all canonical, I never know how to say that word.
Canonical scriptures.
Canonical scriptures. Thank you, Sister Yvonne. The epistle, look what he says, Lena. This is a Greek to the max. The epistle to the Hebrews, he asserts, was written by who? Shaul, Paul. To who? Hebrews. In what language? The Hebrew tongue. So that's another book. I told y'all, Matthew was written in Hebrew. I told you 4 were written. Now I'm giving you proof of 2. So Hebrews and Matthews, we know for a fact, was written in Hebrew. And we got them here at Promote the Truth. We got those books in their earliest authentic form. We got them. We've been doing this for 17 years. Chelsea said, I'm taking some screenshots. Yes, y'all take some screenshots and post this on your social media so y'all can tear them up.
That's right, Cheryl. They Greeked it all up. They translated to make it fit in their own traditions.
Hey, Chelsea just gave me a good idea. How many of y'all would like in the Telegram group us to take a picture of all of these and make them available? Each one of these slides of these philosophers saying it was in Hebrew. How many of y'all would like us to do that in the Telegram group? Give you a picture of each one of these. That way you got a clean picture. Put it in the chat. Man, I gotta go to the bathroom. Put the fire emojis in the chat. I'll be right back. I gotta go to the bathroom. If y'all want it, come on.
Guys, do screenshots. We're going to put you all these pictures clean with all these quotes because it's very important. They are telling us exactly what they was doing. Why they're teachers at school about history, and then when we see the history in front of our eyes, we're not gonna question this. Right now, you're seeing the Greek people, Greek philosophers, saying those books was written in Hebrew. The Hebrew tongue. It means all the emissaries. Everyone that was walking with YAHUAH Mashiach spoke Hebrew. They were speaking Aramaic because the captivity. So it's just it's just common sense, everybody. And when you talk to people, don't make it difficult for people to understand. Just make questions. In which language the Brit Hadash, the New Testament, was writing on? And if they tell you Greek, you pull these quotes. Or you just said, if it was written in Greek, why did they translate it back to Greek? So it's very easy to throw these things down because lies cannot stand. You cannot cover all that and be able to keep it for many centuries. But they just like programming us and dump us for centuries. That's what they did. But when you look at those quotes, you're like, well, I never questioned this. People, and they're online. Those are quotes that are open for you to find them. Like you can do the research that we have done, and you can find all these quotes. We're gonna make it easier for you, so make sure you are on our Telegram channel. Go to pttgram.com, and you're gonna get into our channel, and we're gonna share it there. But it's very important that every time we see things, we do the common sense. The easiest we can explain to people is the better for them to get it, and don't get into argues with people. Like if someone just don't want to see this, that is so obvious, you don't have to argue. Just give them the information, and if that seed is gonna grow, they're going to do their own investigation, because it's very simple. It's right there in front of us. We was just not awake, and we needed this, this choke up. I'm like, never people ask themselves where the scriptures really came from. What was their native language? They're watching during, even during pagan Eastern, they're watching all the movies of Masha, Moses, they watching the 10 Commandments, and they're seeing the languages are Hebrew. Even the Passion of the Christ. In what language are they speaking there? In Aramaic. So where this Greek came from? So make the correct questions instead of arguing with people, and have them think about it. It's better for you to ask the right questions, have them think about what you're saying instead of go fighting with people, and let them make their own sense to all these things, because it's just simple. I see here message from Luia. All you have to do is go to the video. All Greek translations are fake, and take a picture. Yeah, we're gonna help you to get the pictures. But yes, you can see what Luia is saying. Cherry said, no more debating or arguing. Agree with promoted truth in Yahuwah's the true word. Cassandra, yes, just plant the seed and Yahuwah will water it. Excellent. Chelsea, no argue is what it is. The 144 hear Yahuwah's voice. So let's make sense out of everything. The proofs are there. Proofs are there. So that's what we have. More philosophers, theologians giving us the truth. Telling us.
Lena, it's gotta shock you when you see this stuff. It's gotta shock you. I ain't done. Hey, thank you for holding it down. I had to go take a bathroom break, came right back. I'm going back in. Y'all ready? Now watch. Origin in 200 CE. I see no intellectual can refute this, what we're talking about. He said, see, Lena, you know I like it? It's his theologian. That means he's dealing with religion. He's studying this stuff. He says the first Bashura sign name gospel is written according to Matthew, the same person that was once a tax collector, but afterwards an emissary, and they don't know how to say the name, so he put Yeshua, the Messiah. He even pointed us. How come Origin didn't say Jesus?
Or Jesus.
Yeah, he didn't even say Jesus. That's why we know. Look at the year, Lena. Pay close attention to the year.
Yes.
See, 325 ain't happened yet. The Council of Nicaea ain't happened yet. So all these cats know the name of the Savior. It's got the Yah in it. Yahusha. You see what I'm saying, Courtney? Courtney loving this. Courtney like, no, wait a minute. Woo! Think about this. This man said Yeshua, the Messiah, who having published it for his believers, wrote it in what, Lena?
Hebrew.
I don't even have a clue what anybody else could say when you see a bona fide. We give you a picture of them. This is what they look like. These are like right in the game of what these people look like. There's paintings of them. So we got all this stuff documented. Look, we ain't got to 325 yet. So that's why everybody hooked on Jesus. Go talk to Origin. He would have been like, who the heck is that?
We don't have a J. What is that?
There ain't no J. What's that letter? They've been like, what letter are you talking? What letter is that? Are you coming up with some new language?
Are you coming from the future?
They would. Are you here from the future? This is crazy. I'm going to go again, Lena. I'm dealing with all these Greek philosophers. Oh, this one here jacks everybody up in Christianity. Y'all bake, y'all are shaking, baking, cornflake mate. Y'all can't get out. No Christian can get away from Eusebius. I know you want to. I know you wish he never existed. I know you wish he didn't write something down, but he did. And look at the year. Pay close attention. We getting close to 325, fam. We're getting close. We just inching on up to 325. We at 315. And let's look at his background. What is he, Lena? A historian. He's a bishop. And what's the note besides his name, Lena?
He's a close friend of Constantine.
Oh, no. What y'all gonna do with Eusebius?
Eusebius, you throw him under the bus.
Oh, Eusebius' homeboy was Constantine. Oh, no. What he have to say? Constantine's buddy, his homeboy, Constantine's buddy said, hey, Matthew also having first proclaimed the gospel Bashura in what? Hebrew.
Ooh.
Oh, man, Sherry. Eusebius, Constantine's homeboy, who don't want nothing to do with the Savior, don't want nobody to speak no Hebrew. No, he don't want none of that. His close friend said, Matthew proclaimed the gospel. He says, Matthew also first proclaimed the gospel in Hebrew, when on the point of going also to the other nations, committed it to what? Writing in his what? Native tongue. Show me one record where y'all got Matthew, Yahu, speaking Greek. Show me one. Give me one historical record. You can't find one with Yahu speaking Greek. He's in his native tongue, Hebrew and Aramaic, right? And thus supplied the want of his presence to them by his writings. Panatius penetrated as far as where, Lena?
India.
Where it is reported that he found the gospel, Bashura, according to who? Matthew, which had been delivered before his arrival by some who had the what?
The
knowledge of the Messiah. So now he's saying, what is this Greek dude calling somebody the Messiah, the Messiah? What's he doing that for, Lee?
They know the truth.
He a bishop. He said the Messiah. Y'all, how you can't y'all Christians can't get away from this. According to Matthew, which was delivered by some who had knowledge of the Messiah, to whom who? Bartholomew, Nathanael, Bartholomew. Y'all are in trouble now because he's saying he's got an account of one of the 12 disciples, one of the 12 apostles, the emissaries that took this book, as it is said, had been proclaimed, and left them the writing of Matthew in what language?
Hebrew letters.
He just said, I have now got a hands-on account that one of the 12, not to now, which is one of the 12, he went and delivered this and gave him that letter from Yahu in Hebrew letters. Now watch this. He keeps talking. I bet y'all Christians wish he would shut up. Later, I bet they're going to please stop. Don't let Eusebius say not another word. Because ain't no way Eusebius is going to bring up Paul. Because y'all done. Because y'all ride with Paul all the way into the lake of fire. Y'all better get off of Paul and get with Shaul. Watch. For as Paul had addressed the what? Hebrews in the language of his country. Some say the evangelist Luca, others say Clement translated the epistles. So they're trying to figure out who actually put some of these things in Greek. Come on, Daniel. Look at Daniel like that. I got him now. What they gonna do about this, Daniel? What are they gonna do about this? What y'all gonna do about this? This puts, if y'all don't submit to Yahuwah, you now are getting it from the spiritual, and now you're getting it from the intellectual. So we're leaving you with no excuse on this telethon.
Yes.
We're not done, because now, guess what? Oh, Lena, we
Look,
really
this
got
this past 325.
Oh, we done went past. Lena picked it up. Y'all see your sister? We passed 325. We want to make sure that we didn't get nobody too close to 325. Let's take it out to 370.
And look at this. This is also interesting. In the
Read it,
other
Lena.
ones, they was not telling you from which organized religion it was.
Go ahead, Lena.
They were
Read
the
that one.
same bishops. It says
Read that.
historian and bishop of Catholic Church. So 325
What?
happened, and what is the next thing that they come out with Catholic Church? You think
Y'all hear what your
Christians
sister
and the other
said?
ones-
You just said that the Catholic Church is now established in 325.
Yep. They established an organized religion, and whatever religion you have right now, guess where it came from?
You Catholic and don't even know it.
Yep.
It's universal. They got everybody in their lab. They giggle all the time. Everybody be thinking they got their own. They Protestants. They like, no. You just another level of getting pimped. Now watch this. Epiphanes. He gonna jack y'all up. Because he said they, the Nazarene, he said Nazarenes, have the gospel, the Bashura, according to Matthew, and they say it's quite complete. In what language, Lena?
Hebrew.
For this gospel is certainly still preserved among them as it was what?
First writing in Hebrew letters.
First written in Hebrew letters. And we got them and promote the truth. Not everybody got them. It's hard to get them. Man, it's hard to get these things. Constantine and them boys, they ain't nowhere in the world. They had no clue they gonna have a pit bull like Jay Nolan get on the trail and go find these suckers. Oh yeah.
Yep.
What y'all gonna do with Epiphanes? He ain't the one that really bakes you. He gets you hot. Epiphanes gets you hot. But man, Jerome gonna come in here and knock you out. Jerome gonna blow everybody in the water. This is probably one of the most heralded. Jerome in the top 10 most heralded historians of all time. People love Jerome. They knew he knew what he was talking about. He got a ton of credibility. That's right, Robert. Robert said, tear it down. What are we going to do with this? Let's read it. That's what we're going to do with it. Jerome in 382. He's a bishop. He's a historian. And he is, to this date, in any university. You can't go in a university they don't respect Jerome. I'm telling you right now. Matthew, who is a Levi. And so Lena, he done traced him back to one of the 12 tribes. When you see Levi,
They know the tribes too?
they know the tribes too. They tell it on themselves. A tax collector came to be a what? Emissary first. Of all evangelists composed a gospel of who? The Messiah. In Judea. In the what language? The Hebrew language. And what? Letters. For the benefit of the circumcision who had believed. When you hear circumcision, he's talking about what y'all think are Jews. And I'm not talking about the people in Israel. That's somebody that came in there. That ain't somebody that was in there. They came in there. They weren't there. The real ones are scattered out everywhere. Who have believed, who translated it into Greek. What does he say? It's not sufficiently ascertained. Okay, Lena. Jerome family, one of the most well-known historians of all time, says, and he's a bishop, he says, we don't know who got it in the Greek. We don't know. We have no idea what he basically, this very high level intellectual, is saying. I don't know how any of this came about to be in the Greek. And you got all the seminaries and the theological schools loaded down in the USA and across the world that swear up and down that the New Testament is originally written in Greek. And this big time historian saying, we have no clue. Whoever did it in Greek. He said, we don't know. It's not sufficiently ascertained. Now, this is what's going to jack you up because he's going to keep talking. I know you Christians wish he would shut up. He's not. He's never going to shut up because we got it. Furthermore, the Hebrew itself is preserved to this day in the library in Caesarea. So in 382, 300 some years after YAHUAH was here, this man is saying, these writings are over there in Caesarea. You just go over there, you can get them. Which the martyr Pamphilus so diligently collected. Wonder why he's a martyr, Lena? Because he diligently collected them Hebrew scriptures. So they killed him.
Yep.
Somebody happened to preserve it anyway for some reason. He goes, I was also allowed, this is another level, by the Nazarenes. So he's saying the Nazarene, that's us. There was some of our family that had access to all of this, who used this volume in the Syrian city of where? Berea, which is the Bereans, who are considered to be the most diligent in the scriptures. And he says that Jerome, he says, I got to copy it. And he says, let me give you some remarks about this. Jerome tearing everybody up later. Jerome says, in which is to be remarked, wherever the evangelist makes use of testimonies in the old scripture, so in the Tanakh, he does not follow the authority of the 70 translators. Everybody is in trouble in Christianity with that statement.
Yeah.
Because guess what? Y'all's whole basis is on the Septuagint, on the Texas. Y'all all Greek to the max. He said the ones that really know the truth, they don't follow the authority. When you see the Septuagint, the 70, he says they don't deal with the Greek translations. But that of the what, Lena?
That of the Hebrew.
There's Jerome. Jerome got you. He said, you don't go follow no scriptures based on the Greek. That's what he's saying here. He said, why wouldn't he pull up his Greek text? Why wouldn't he brag on them? He said, man, I had to go over to Caesarea and they let me get a copy.
I got a copy. You know, we have to remember that Shaul, he walked there. He walked with the Greeks and he taught them all this, and a lot of them walked with him out of their paganism.
Yes. And they went into learning the Hebrew, not the other way around.
No, Hebrews.
It wasn't the Hebrews trying to learn Greek. It was the Greeks trying to learn Hebrew.
Yep.
That's the truth of the matter. Hold on, y'all want me to keep clicking? Because, man, it's just crazy when you click. Because now you click and you find out, where's this Greek Septuagint? Lena, I'm going to stop clicking in a second. We're going to wrap it up. Hey, I'm not even going to get through this whole presentation and prove the point. Now you got to deal. He done mentioned the 70. You remember when Jerome said the 70? That's the Septuagint. It's this book right here. Now the Septuagint is a bucket of trash. So the how you got the Septuagint in the first.
Your mic stopped working, I think. We're coming back. We hear you now, I think.
You hear me?
Yep.
You sure you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Do you still hear me? You should hear
Yes,
me.
I hear you.
All right. Who's this guy right here, Lena? That's Ptolemy. Now the people, if you're from the South, a country boy like me, you would call him Ptolemy. You put that P in there. You wouldn't silence that P. You go, that's Ptolemy. That's Ptolemy the second Philadelphus. He was the Greek king, believe it or not, of Egypt because they conquered Egypt in the 3rd century BCE, Lena. So this is before. When he do this stuff? I'm gonna tell you when. 283 to 246 BC. 283. I got to put that on the slide. Let me make a note. 283 BC. Ptolemy's critical. That's right, Blake. But you can't blame him. But let me tell you, Blake, what he should have did is he should have said, hey, you got to translate this into Greek, but you can't vary from the Hebrew original meaning. That's what he should have said. He didn't do that. So he wanted to have a Greek translation because he was the king. So he hired 72 writers to go put that Greek translation, not of the New Testament, of the Old Testament. And that's why you heard Jerome go, nah, nobody gives any credence to even the Old Testament Greek, Lena. And that tell you how foul the language is in translation.
Yeah, they didn't know, and the thing is that Hebrews was not going to learn the Greek to teach them the Hebrew. So we have YAHUAH as a record because he was part of them. He knew, but he didn't, like, it's just crazy. Like, if you're gonna translate, like, you really need to live in there. Like, for example, me, I'm from Colombia. My main language is Spanish, right? And a lot of times, as of now, after, like, I don't know, many years of knowing English, when I do a translation, there's some stuff that I'm still need, doing it correctly. So these people don't know the language, and they're gonna come and translate from all Hebrew to Greek. And there's words that and how they gonna even make it make sense when it goes against what they believe. So when he said there's only one YAHUAH and they are worshiping 100 pagan deities, are they gonna just leave it like that? Or they
How you think Elohim got in there?
Yeah, that's how I got there.
People don't understand. That's why me and Lena and our family and we don't roll with no Elohim, no Elohim at all. You Greeked up. If you say Elohim, Elohim.
Yeah.
As soon as you say it, I go, you are Greek. They got you. You are under a spell and you don't know it. All right, now we gotta get over to Now we done jumped, Lena. We done went from 382, then I took you back to before I went to 283 BC. I had to tell you how all this Greek nonsense came into play in the first place, because it was telling me he was a king, and a king gets what a king wants. So the king said, go on and do it. And they brought him back something. He was like, wow, put this in the library. I'm important, and we have our own. But then you go, because the people are so enthralled with Greek mythology to this day. It's blown up heavy. It's like, go to Hollywood. Y'all just look at the movies. You can see how much Greek influence is on this world. Little bitty country. But this little bitty country decided to go all in on pagan gods like never before. Pagan deities, pagan Elohim. They decided to go to the max. And because they did, and because they had some influential people, and they was all backed up with they was connected with the Roman Empire. You know, it's so funny. People say, why does the, quote, Jewish flag look just like the Greek flag? Hardly anybody's picked that one up. Just think about that for a second. I ain't even gonna get it. I'll get into that another day. I just want to know, like, if they hated the Greeks so much, why do the people who's calling themselves Yahudim, why in the world they got a flag look almost exactly like the Greek flag? I wonder why. Because they're not Yahudim. They done got Greek-ified. I'm going in. Y'all don't even know this text is Receptus. This book is a bucket of 18 buckets of trash. That's how bad this book is. Who made it? A rascal named Erasmus. That joker right there. Ain't no way in the world Erasmus gonna get into the gates. Erasmus, Erasmus, you should have called out on YAHUAH at the last second at least. No, you did it so bad, YAHUAH ain't letting you in. I bear witness in my spirit. You ain't getting in, Erasmus. Sorry. The Textus Receptus, Greek, was published by Desiderius Erasmus. You see that US at the end? Anytime you see that US at the end of somebody's name, that's homage to Zeus. Yeah. Every time you see that US on the end of somebody's name, somebody done Zeus them up. That's why you got G Zeus. The US means a Zeus worshiper, or the parents wanting to pay homage to Zeus, or somebody had no idea what the hell they was doing, and they got under a spell, and the curse is continuing. If your child ends in a US, go down there to the courtroom and change it. People say, is he playing? I'm playing, but I ain't playing. Y'all know what I'm saying? But I'm playing. Just in case you try to corner me, I'm going to tell you I'm playing. In 1516, he went on to produce several more editions. These are based on a small number of Byzantine manuscripts. But Erasmus had to rely on the what, Lena? The Latin Vulgate for a few verses in the book of Revelation, where he found the Greek manuscripts to be
incomplete.
Oh, no.
But they finished it, so they put it out of, I don't know where, to complete it.
He said, man, I don't know which way to go. I'm going to go to the Latin Vulgate. I'm just going to throw something together to complete this. The whole time, he could go over there and grab the Peshitta. But they didn't want nothing to do because their daddy and great-granddaddy, Constantine, says you better not have nothing to do with that Aramaic or Hebrew, or I will kill you. That's what happened. That's what happened. And so that led to the majority text. And I'm gonna finish with this, and we're out of here. That led to the majority text, which is nonsense. I'm gonna show you why it's nonsense. What I'm gonna show you now, I'm right here. I'm gonna pick up this bucket of trash again. You see that King James? Matter of fact, I'm gonna take it off the screen for a second. Watch this. All right, look. 1 second. Y'all see that? This Holy Bible, this pagan thing. I ain't gonna have time to burn down Holy Bible. I'll get it on another one. Y'all know I'll be back. Look at this. This here is based on all the way the Septuagint, the Latin Vulgate, the Texas Receptus, all that. The Byzantine is all based on Greek nonsense. All of it is just compiled up. Now watch how they did their Lena, can we call this common sense? I mean, what is this?
It's nonsense.
The majority text, also known as the ecclesiastical or Byzantine text, compiles Greek New Testament manuscripts. So you remember those 6,000 I told you about earlier? Come on, Elmer, you know I'm tearing it down. Those 6,000 Greek manuscripts. So what the majority text does is take those 6,000, and what they do is they favor the reading present in the majority of them. So if 100 manuscripts have one reading, but 200 of the 6,000 have another reading, they go with the 200. But what if you had a very influential person that was passionate about pumping out terrible stuff? For example, like you can eat food that's been sacrificed to idols. 200 text says that. 100 text says you cannot eat food sacrificed to idols. They're going to take the 200 text that says you can do it because somebody wanted to eat food, somebody loved Zeus, and they wanted to eat food sacrificed to idols. So the majority text would say, hey, don't pay any attention to the 100 that's right. Take the 200 that's not right, and we're going to tell the world that the majority of people believe they agreed on that. Y'all believe that? I got to come off this for a second, Lena. I got to come off of this for a second. Y'all believe that, Lena?
It's crazy. It's crazy because that's what we say. This is nonsense. So that's not correct, but because most of the people said they like that better, you're going to go for the one that is not correct. And they're going for the one that is fitting their culture. Who are translating these books? Greek, Romans. Look at all these movies. Look at all the idols that they had. So that's what they did. They make it fit for what they believe. And then they spread it to the world. That's what they did.
I don't know what y'all going to do with this. Because we're going overtime, me and my wife. We're going to get to our son. We got to do a couple things to clean things up with some housekeeping here for y'all. But, Lena, we're proving it.
Hey, we talked down, like, I think we was talking about yesterday, where they was saying that now the organized religion says, if you pray over, then it will be clean. And I was telling you, okay, go to the restroom and pray over. and
So
see
if
if
you
it's
pray over it, it'll be clean. That's what the Greek text. That's what the majority Greek text will do.
yeah, say pray over and it's going to be clean. And I think someone already posted here. So pray over this and it's gonna be clean, because it's unclean. You pray over it. Oh yeah, it's gonna be okay. And I was like, okay, go to the restroom and put it in a plate. Pray over and see if it's still clean. Come
You gonna
on.
eat that? Like if you go get some, go in there and get you some poop and pray over it. Would you eat that?
Come
No.
on.
But every time you eat a shrimp, you eating some poop.
Yeah.
Every time you eat some catfish, you eating some poop. Every
Pig,
time you eating some pig, you eating some poop, because they are clear.
lobster.
That's what poop is. It's the waste. Their whole body is meant to be a body of waste to clean up the earth.
Yep.
What y'all gonna do with this? Yeah, lobster, crabs, y'all love that stuff. When I say y'all, I'm talking about, you know, the ones outside. I don't even, hey, listen. So I just wanted to tell y'all that King James Version, that's based on the majority, which means there's no verification of authenticity. Is that the word that the Savior said? Nope. Throw that out the window. It's did the majority of these texts say the same thing? We're going to be lazy and nobody's going to go back and verify it. Then guess what happens? Somebody runs up to the pastors and the theologians, right? And the scholars, the scribes and all them, and they go bring them a Codex Sinaiticus. And they say, I was so distraught because my friend came and told me that the New Testament was not written in Greek originally, like you told me, Pastor, and you told me, theologian. You told me it was originally written in Greek. They told me it was Hebrew. So you know what I did? I went and researched, and I became a Greek champion. And I tell you, Pastor, I got something for you. I got a Codex Sinaiticus. It's the oldest complete Greek New Testament in the world, Pastor, theologian, seminary school. Yeah, I got it for y'all. And they handed it to them. And while they're reaching it out, the people start to turn their head. Oh, don't bring that in here. Get that out of here. We don't want to look at that. They don't want to look at the Codex Sinaiticus. Wait a minute. I'm going to go get it, Lena.
Get it. Show them. You know, I'm looking at all your messages, and you all have seen, once you put common sense to all these things, everything becomes clear. Look at this. Right there.
No way. Go to the seminary. Go find a theological school. Go find a seminary in your area and go in there and go, y'all believe the New Testament was written in Greek. I decided to be a champion for y'all and get the most authentic Greek that's ever been written. You can't get no more than this one. You can't. It don't exist in the world. It's the Codex Sinaiticus, man. Woo! It's this one. Oh, you in trouble with that. You don't want to deal with this. Why? I'm going to show you why. I'm going to put it up close to the screen. Can you see it, babe?
Yep.
Babe, can you see it?
Yep.
Because I can't see what I'm doing. I got it up to the screen. I got myself blocked.
Yeah, you showing the words.
All right. You see them capital letters? There's no spaces. See that? There's no spaces. These are paragraphs. They've got them columned, but on the lines beside each other, there's no spaces. You notice, Lena, there's no lowercase type letters?
Yes.
Those are all capital letters. You can I found it. Now they hate all Christians that really know the truth. They hate this book. They hate it with all they got. Why? Because it's over. Because you know what the Savior's name is in this book? You know what his name is? It says Yahoo Crew. Yahoo Crew.
Have them explain that one.
How you gonna get what's that? What's Yahoo Crew? The Savior, you said his name was Jesus. No. That's his English name. No. Jesus is not an English name. It's a Latinized Greek name, Pastor, seminary leader. No. You don't understand. That's what it was translated to. From what? What was it originally? In the Greek text, it's Iesus. Well, what's Greek text? Well, we go by the majority text. Okay, it says Iesus in there? Yeah, in the majority text. Well, you know, Pastor, I championed the Greek thing. Seminary leader, theologian, scholar, I championed it, and I found out that all the majority text is based upon the minuscule Greek. It's the minuscule Greek, which is the capital letters, lowercase letters, but that's not how they ever originally wrote Greek when the Savior was on the earth. And shortly after, they only wrote like this, Pastor. Let me show you this. Look, I got something special for you. It's called a Codex Sinaiticus. Look, Pastor, look at that. There ain't no lowercase letters in there. And that's how all the Greeks originally wrote. And they never changed it until around Constantine's time. Because they had to figure out a way to be able to not say the Savior's name. Because, Pastor, I found out that it says Yahoo Crew in here. And crew, the only reason in Greek they say crew is because they don't have a sh sound. So they had to come up with something close to it. So they put crew, and crew in Greek means king, anointed, or Christ. So I got great news for you, Pastor. I found the Savior's real name in Greek. It's Yahoo the King.
YAHUAH.
It's Yahoo the Anointed One. Pastor, and I'm trying to figure out who Yahoo is because it separates it, Yahoo and then crew. It don't finish it. Come on in there agreeing with this. That's why it's comedy to me, Lena. I don't take any Christian serious at all. I've been in there. I've been in there deep religion. I've been in there deep. I'm not gonna take you serious. I'm gonna respect you. I'm gonna empathize with you. But if you come in and you come arrogant to me as a Christian, you done lost that battle before you even start talking. I just got to ask you 3 questions. You can't answer not one of the 3. Or you're going to get frustrated. So I'm out. I just had to take them that far. We didn't even have to go that far, did we?
People needed to see it. Like, it's right there. It's been in front of us, but we never made the right questions. We don't question the ways we was brought. We just believe what our parents or great grandparents they tell us, and they just was blind. And we have to question this because we know that there was manipulations through this. If they saying they translated from if JSUS is translated from the Greek, why would you translate it from Greek to Greek? You already had it there in Greek. Why you translated it back to Greek to something else? Like, it's like me translating the word mesa, that is table, to mesa again, but I'm not gonna call it mesa. I'm gonna call it pata, and I don't have nothing to do with it.
Yeah, you gonna call it something crazy.
Because
why? Because you was feeling a certain way. Every time I see that I feel this way, I'm gonna translate it different. Stupid.
No, it's
Linda,
because
we going
Constantine
overtime,
tells us
baby.
what to do.
We got to get into it. We got to do. We got to show them what's going on.
Go.
You got anything you want to say to close out that point? Because I got to keep us rocking.
No, let's keep it rocking. Put some common sense into all this. That's what we have to do.
What y'all gonna do with this? Let's go see who's paid attention to the assignment. Who's went over to tsnt.org as we are wrapping up. We probably got about another 20 minutes left. Now that I looked at the material, we got to finish out. I at least made myself some notes. I had no idea that YAHUAH was going to take us on that journey, but he wanted us to represent and stand strong for the kids. So that's why we went in on the education and sending kids to the schools to kill them. And you got to stop it. Like, you're strong enough. You can figure out a way. You got to love YAHUAH that way. You got to love him like that. Don't ask us to give you an excuse to do what YAHUAH told you to do. We're never going to do that. Never. We're going to give you the scriptures, and you're going to choose this day who you're going to serve every time, like we had to do. You think the life we built was easy to where we can homeschool our child from the gate? Me growing up in the South, me being called the N-word every decade of my life. This is the first year I've never experienced racism being in Columbia. Come on, Daniel.
Thank you, Daniel.
I'm getting ready to do a live on my main open page, not promote the truth. I'm going to do a live called 1 Year Without Racism since I've been living in Columbia the past year. Who knew? I had no clue I was going to be down here. We had to come down to help Lena's parents. Her dad had a heart attack, had to have emergency open heart surgery. YAHUAH's working on him now too. Come on, you shit.
Yeah.
So y'all got to understand, we're going to do it the way we do it. And you got to love YAHUAH like that. So I'm going in.
Frankie said, I wish I knew sooner. Frankie, it's okay. Just take it from now. Don't focus on what happened in the past.
Don't go back. Don't look back. That's work. It don't matter. All right, Lena, you want me to go in?
Let's go in.
Let's talk about all the people that's understood the assignment since when. Who was the new one? Okay. That's a good one. All right. Nicola Newby came in brand new. First time she contributed. So this is everybody that's participating with the team today. They did something. Some people did $3. That's the minimum, $3. Say, look, I just want to participate. I want to do something. I'm learning. I'm growing. I need to get myself right. Or there's people on here that's very mature. The 144 people are going, I got to deal with first fruits today. I know that the brother Jay and Sister Lena came on here and said, we're having a telethon today. We understand what that means for the kingdom. Somebody got to lead, and you got to choose, are you going to follow that lead and learn how to be a leader? So here we go. So if you go to tsnt.org, we'll do one more shout out at the end of this. One more shout out, but your name's going to get shouted out. If you go to tsnt.org and you contribute anything, we're going to say your name. Nicola Newby came in. $22. Said, look, I'm here. Albert Moore, again, always been consistent. Chelsea Anderson, I see you, sis. First time she's been able to contribute. Appreciate you, Chelsea. Lena, guess who? Cheryl Storch. You know Cheryl don't play even an inch. Cheryl came in. $414. Cheryl, you got to be getting close to diamond. Cheryl might be our next diamond soon. Raylynn Roman came in. Renee Patterson came in, helped us out. Daniel Libby, again. Hey, Blake Bernates, again. These are people that understand what's going on with YAHUAH. So go to tsnt.org. Before we wrap this out, Lena, remind me, give one last shout out past Blake. Go to it's on the screen. You ain't got to guess. tsnt.org. It's scrolling across the bottom. We're finishing the telethon. Lena's going to explain the packages right here. We're going to dial those up. So, Lena, we have this incredible mission happening, and it's called the Truth Scriptures Project. I jumped the screen ahead.
Yeah.
But Lynn, let's talk about these packages. Help people understand what we're doing and why we're doing it. So if you go to tsnt.org, we're going to give you some benefits if you get to certain levels of support for the project. It's a great idea. We put it together. We made this thing happen. People have been able to get all kind of excitement out of it. But let's talk about, Lena, let's talk about this first package here. What's up with the bronze package? What does that mean?
Yes, with this project, we wanted you to be able to be part of it, contribute, but you receive something back for that what you're contributing. So with the bronze pack, we have different packages, and we have the bronze pack, $300, and you will receive a beautiful bound Promote the Truth hardcover, professional stamp Brihadash. So you're gonna have what is about to finish to be translated. You're gonna receive that book as a hardcover, and you're also going to receive support the truth hat and a t-shirt with all the names of those that have became at least bronze pack. So I think we already show it in the video in the live today, where the names are going to be in the back of the shirt. We already actually delivered some of that and shipped out for those that qualify back in December, pagan December. We have the silver package that is $500, and you will receive everything that was in the bronze pack. Plus, you're gonna get the coffee mug and a notebook, and you're gonna get VIP access for the upcoming virtual retreat that we will be telling you when that's going to happen this year. Okay, and you'll be included in a coaching and disciple on this virtual retreat. You move to the next one. So here you can see in the pictures the hats, and you saw Melanie. She was wearing the hat when she came in the live. We have also the gold package is $1,000, and you will receive everything that was offered in the bronze and the silver. And you're gonna have you will have the first ride of opportunity to participate on our first time in-person Sakud that is going to happen this year here in Colombia. We're all going to get together in person, and we're going to celebrate this amazing feast. And you're also going to have a backpack and a blanket. And you will receive also a personal Zoom meeting with the Promote the Truth leaders. You can see here the blanket and the backpack. You have a platinum level that is $2,500. You will receive what's offered on the other packages that I mentioned previously, and you're gonna have a 3-part hardcover personally stamped series, including the Tanakh. So once the Tanakh gets done, you will receive that, and you're gonna receive the Brihadash, and you're gonna receive the book that is going to have them both combined. You're gonna receive 2 Promote the Truth tumblers, additionally a coffee mug, a hat, an additional t-shirt, an additional backpack, 2 pet bandanas, and 2 PTT hoodie sweaters. As a bonus, we're going to send you a copy of the Memorable Professionally Compiled and Edited True Scripture Project documentary. So we're going to be doing a documentary. We've been recording all the translation and all the project that is happening. And we anticipate completion of the entire project by the end of December 2024. With the both of the books completed, you can have a view of what the tumbler, the mugs, the t-shirts, the pet bandanas, and everything that is included. You can see it here. And you have a diamond package. It's a $10,000. This is our top tier package. You will receive what's offered in all the other packages I mentioned, and you will receive 3 sets of the beautiful bound 3-part hardcover professional stamp with the Promote the Truth stamp, and include the Tanakh, the Brihadash, and the combined Tanakh and Brihadash. A total of 5 Promote the Truth tumblers, 5 mugs, 5 hats, 5 t-shirts, 5 backpacks, 5 pet bandanas, and 5 PTT hoodie sweaters. The True Scripture Project documentary video, and you will be invited to give us a longer testimonial to be used in the documentary. you will receive a 1-hour private Zoom meeting with Scholar Jay Nolan, allowing you to ask whatever deep questions you would like and more. And right here you can see you have a very view on what is included in this package. You can accumulate your way up. So for example, we have people that start with $3 and they just little by little, they was going up. So remember, you have until Pagan May 15 to keep contributing and getting to at least bronze pack and keep going up. If you already contributed any amount, you can keep doing it. You see people doing it $50 here, 100 there, 1,000 there. So it depends on where you really want to be and what how you want to contribute, but you can keep accumulating your way up. Make sure you visit tsnt.org, and we receive in our platform credit card, debit card, PayPal, Apple Pay, Google Pay, crypto, stocks, and there are other ways of payments options, like you have Cash App, Venmo, Zelle. So if you are interested in one of those ways of payment, you just need to send an email to info@promotethetruth.com, and we will send you an email with all the information on how to do that. But
And listen, we're getting so close. Thank you, my beautiful wife, for explaining that. I love the accumulation factor because I'm looking at the people all the way back in November of 2023. Like you say, some people start out with $3, $5, and then they learn the principles. You're going to have to, one time or another, get unchurchified, ungreekified. You got to get out of the system of religion, organized religion altogether. You got to throw it in the trash. And you're going to have to accept Yahuwah for who he is. Yahuwah has principles that work to the max. When he says, I give seed to the sower, Yahuwah's not playing with that.
Yes.
When he says, I'm going to give you some seed to sow, you're not going to have to worry about. He says, don't worry about these things. Some of y'all going, man, I got to go pay some bills. I got to do. Stop. If you all of a sudden go, Yahuwah, I'm in a position I'm in now financially. I'm tight. I don't know what to, because I ain't been working your principles. I got churchified. I went in there, heard all these different stories. They told me to tithe and do all this stuff, and they didn't even know what to tithe to. They didn't even know your name. Some of y'all done gave tithes and whatnot. Y'all, man, I done that before. No, you ain't done nothing before with Yahuwah until you've done it with Yahuwah. You got to go test Yahuwah in this. You see, y'all went and y'all heard Maliki Yahu, and it says, "Oh, go ahead and bring all the tithes into the storehouse." You heard it one Sunday after the next. Number one, you was in there on a pagan day. You was in a building with a steeple on it. You was all idolized up. You can't go to. You can't come out. See, you're gonna have a Yahusha son named Joshua. I'm not talking about the Savior. You're going to have a Yahusha moment when he went up on the mountain and he looked over at the promised land because they had to go take people out. Don't play with Yahuwah when it comes to who he really is. Most of y'all think Yahuwah is like, oh, let's just hold hands and sing Kumbaya. We do that sometimes. But then there's sometimes we got to take over. And Yahuwah's going to wipe everybody out when he's going to come to. Whoever ain't right, when he comes to take over, they getting wiped out. Gone. Men, women, children, he took everybody out in the scriptures. Some of y'all go, how could a loving? Because he loves the truth. He loves righteousness. He is loving. But he don't love you being foul. And he don't want no perpetuating of it. He wants it cut out, over. And he's doing it again. Trust Yahuwah in this. Trust him. The true scriptures it's a great opportunity for you to trust Yahuwah. Man, I'm looking at this. Hey, by the way, Lynn, I want to show them the badges real quick. That's one thing I want to do.
Yes.
hold on. I want to show y'all this because once you hit these, we're gonna send you a badge. We're doing the next badge run sometime next week. So sometime next week, we're doing another badge run. And so once you hit these, we send you a digital badge, and they're cool too. I love them. I think our design team did so great. Explain these badges real quick, Lena. What we got here?
Yeah, so right here we have the bronze package, and your name is going to be there. Once you hit to that package.
So once you get to that 300, so you might do 10. You got all the way to the 15th now. So you got over 2 weeks to get up as high as you can and test YAHUAH. Don't listen to me and Lena say, YAHUAH, I'm going in with you. I want more seed to sow because I want to be right with you. I want to be a blessing to the world. Let's go. Let's see what we can do, YAHUAH. And then if you hit that 300 mark, you get that bronze badge.
Yeah, here we have the silver pack. You can see where your name is going to be, and you will receive this if you are going your way up, or if you get immediately to there. Once you hit that level, you will get a new badge.
So we do badge runs probably every 3-4 weeks where we send out your updated badge. You'll get an email from the staff. They're going to congratulate you, all that good stuff. So somebody hits gold. What does it take to get the gold, Lena?
1,000.
Right? All right. That's important because we're going to have, that means they got an opportunity to get to the Sakut real quick. Emphasize that portion, Lena.
Yeah, so we are going to, for the first time, we all going to get together. Sakut is a beautiful time for the family, for fellowship, to learn more about YAHUAH, to be together in one accord, and to enjoy, to celebrate. And we're going to be here in Colombia in a beautiful place that it calls Lago Calima, and we're going to be overseeing the lake. There's a beautiful park. It's completely different what those in USA at least are used to. They have tents options, or they have glamping options where you can pick. Once the cut day comes, then we're going to give you an email to all those that hit go on above with all the information on how can you get and reserve for this event. But it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful. You're going to love it. There's videos already out there showing the place, so make sure you go and check that out too. And here we have the platinum badge where you're going to see your name on it. So make sure you get your name.
It's your platinum. So when you hit that 2,500 mark, you get that. And then y'all heard us mention that Daniel Bacote, you got people like Robert Palzik, and then today we have a new diamond member. That's when you either 10,000 contribution, you get this badge, and then you share it out on your social media. It's awesome. So those are the badges, Lena, I wanted to show everybody, but I also wanted to give everybody a little dose of
Robert Aronson hit the
brother Robert Aronson hit that diamond today, and so I'm so proud of him, Lena. You can see him going deep, like he was thinking, going deep. But I'm trying to load up the video right now to where y'all get a visualization of where we're gonna have Sakut at. So when you get to at least the gold package, and you want to say, look, I want to be. How many? By the way, any of y'all coming down? Put in the chat if y'all hit gold and you plan on, because Lena keeps asking me who's coming. We're gonna have 3 people, 5 people, 8, 10. I don't know. Like, so we're gonna send the email out soon, and we're gonna go who's coming down. So put in the chat if you're coming down to Columbia and you're gonna be sharing Sakut. You're gonna spend a week with me and Lena and Kai. My dad's coming down from Kentucky. You go, hey Blake. They will feel, you know how Maui feels in Hawaii on those beaches. I don't know where you're at, Blake, but I know it's beautiful all over. You're going to feel like it.
Yeah.
Emily said she's going.
And
Any of
who's
y'all coming
going?
down? I don't know who's coming down.
Sherry's coming. I'll be there, Sherry said.
Sherry, like, that's a guarantee. Sherry gonna be down. Melanie's gonna be down here.
Sherry,
Y'all gonna get to meet. Hey, imagine they get a week with Melanie.
Lisa's coming. Melanie's
Later,
coming.
they get the people that want the homeschooling expertise. Melanie's gonna be here. Y'all gonna have hands on with Melanie for a week. Ask her everything you want.
Yep. Amber House is gonna be here. Cherry, Danielle Levy.
Hey, Yamani said we coming. We're gonna be glamping too.
Yamani's coming. Now we know Robert Posick also told us that he will be here.
Robert Powell coming from Hungary. All right, so Lena, I got the video loaded up. Let's show them. Here's just a quick snippet.
Danielle is coming.
All right, I keep starting this stuff too quick while I'm loading it up. Lena, explain to them a little bit before I hit this, just like 20 seconds. What they gonna see here?
This is a beautiful resort here in Colombia. In this place that it calls Lago Calima. It's probably 3 hours, 2 hours and a half from the main city, Cali. And you're gonna be right there camping in front of the lake. They have different options. You see there the tents. They have family tents, they have couple tents, or they have the glampings that you will see there. So
hey, Sister Sherry Harris says she don't want to glam. She don't even want a tent. She says she's gonna sleep out on just a blanket on the grass in the night. I gotta laugh on that. Sherry, send me a text off of what I just said. Sherry gotta be glammed up. Sherry go like, I gotta be glamping. I gotta have my own glamping situation. She's funny with that. Yeah, no, Sherry, you gotta do it out on the grass for at least one night. All right, this is gonna be what's happening, y'all. Y'all ready? Everybody take just a couple of minutes. Sherry got me laughing. Here we go. 2024. Who's gonna be there? Woo! Man, that is fire, Lena. That is fire. Y'all gotta love that. Y'all gotta, I mean, it's gonna be so fun. So, Lena, people want to kind of get an idea. What does it cost, as far as for the glamping? Do you have an idea for everybody, like getting a tent? And some people are worried about AC. Like, it's probably going to be pretty nice because you're up in the mountains, like. So it's kind of like
Yeah.
Hawaii weather. So do you have any idea on pricing, Lena, on those?
I don't have it here like easy on hand. Let me give me like few seconds to get this. But when you come, especially from USA, Europe, here you have Colombian pesos. So $1 makes 4 Colombian pesos. So your money is going to not double it, but 4 times. And euros is even more than the dollar.
Lena,
So
would you say like it's going to be more than $100 a night?
no, absolutely not.
See, that's what. See, when you're saying that, most people are thinking like, "Oh my goodness."
No,
Like,
absolutely not. Like I'm telling you, per night, and you can put, for example, in the tent, you can put up to 5 people, the family tent, and with the glamping, you can put uh, 4 people inside of the glamping too, so a family. So you pay per night, and you put your 5 there. You have your kitchenette, and you have your restroom right there, and you have air conditioner in the
okay, so
glamp.
technically, if you think I'm gonna throw something out there because Lena's very analytical on this stuff, y'all. She don't like to be like guessing. $35 a night, maybe maximum if you're glamping, 130 a night. Lena, is that the high? Max
Nothing.
130 a night.
Tell you right now, nothing. We are talking about that range of prices per night.
35, 130 max you're gonna be.
Yes.
Probably under 100, even if you're glamping. Even if you
Yes.
got that nice setup with the kitchen and the whole nine, that's how far your dollars can stretch down in Colombia.
Yes.
In paradise. You
And you're
like,
gonna have the breakfast is gonna be included,
and your breakfast.
and the food goes with promote the truth.
Yeah. And so the food we're taking, all you got to do is get here, pay just to get here. We're going to take care of your food. You just get here.
No rush. The kids don't need separate accommodation. You can have your
Nope.
kids with you in the tent. Like if
Have your
you have
kids right
5
in there
people,
with
you
you.
can get it in the tent, or you 4, you put it in the glamping with you.
All right, now, did everybody enjoy today? Because I'm going to end this with an awesome song that hit me so hard today that I just had to, I said, I'm going to end it with this particular song. But as everybody, look at that. Yamani said she's going to be
You'd be
glad.
glamping.
Come on, Yamani, get out there with Sherry. Y'all just sit on the line. Hey, they got an outdoor movie theater.
Oh yes, it's beautiful. It's a picnic movie theater, and they have every night kids movies and adults in separate times. So it have a sports, aquatic sports and recreation. They have like a place where they can play ping pong. You can do outside, right outside of your tent or outside of your glamping. You have to do your own how do you call that? No barbecue, but your own for the marshmallows.
Do your little fire pit.
Fire pit. You have your own right there. They put you like a little thing in the ground where you can do your own fire pit and do your marshmallows. Bring some vegan.
Baby boomers have more private now. You, we're Sakut, man. We're gonna be celebrating Yahuwah. So here's what's gonna happen. You come down. We get you at the airport. We got a bus we're lining up at the airport. Everybody's got to be there. We done this as far, not this. This is the first time ever it's a coup. But Lena and I have had businesses where we've taken people to Hawaii, we've taken people over to Paris, all kind of different places. So we know what we're doing with this. So you come down, we get the bus lined up for you. You're going to have to follow our instructions how to get here and what time to be here. If you don't follow the instructions, we're going to give you an address to get to it. But if you follow the instructions, once you get here, we got you. So you get down here, we got you. We get the bus. We're going to have some assistants out there working to make sure you're all taken care of. We're going to get you up to the site. You're going to take about how many hours from Cali, from the airport? About 3 hours?
I believe 3 hours.
3-hour bus ride up into the mountains. You're going to get up there. You're going to get checked and have a good time. Everybody's hanging out, doing the deal. We're going to have a meet and greet spread. We're going to get some awesome food for YAHUAH. Spread it out. I'll be doing some type of teaching and training and also welcome and greeting, but I'll end it off with a great message from YAHUAH. And then every day, y'all do your thing during the day. Some of y'all gonna want to go up hiking. Some of y'all gonna go horseback riding. Some of y'all gonna want to just sleep, like Daniel said, sleep in the car. You do whatever you want. See, one of those y'all saw our son. One of those videos in that video was our son coming down that slide. So some of y'all gonna want out there with the kids. Some of y'all gonna do all kind of stuff. Some of y'all going fishing. It's everything. Y'all gonna do all the stuff. I'm not hanging out with y'all during the day. I'm gonna be with my family. I'm gonna be relaxing. I'm enjoying Sukkot. In the evening, every evening we'll have a little meet and greet. Well, we'll come out. We'll have dinner. We'll talk. I'll share some awesome high level stuff from YAHUAH. Bye-bye. And then you go ahead and do your thing after that. So that's how we're gonna do it.
And for those that are asking about the dates, yes, it's in pagan month, September, and it's going to be your arriving day. It will be on September 17. That's when you need to be at the airport in Alfonso Bonilla, Aragon, and we will send you all this information. This is the airport of Cali, Colombia. And then you're going to leave. We're going to drop you at the airport on September 26. That's the dates that you need to locked in.
I just put it in the chat. As soon as I heard you say it, I put it in the chat.
Yeah.
Arrive September 17th, leave September 26th.
Yeah. Sukkot starts on the 18th and ends on the 25th. But that's the times that we have to pick you up, the day for pick you up, you arrive, and the day you need to leave. If you're doing it in your country by yourself, you're going somewhere, those are the days that you also need to arrive at your destination and leave the destination, because the first day and the last day are Shabbats.
Everybody do a passport check, because if your passport is 2 months from expiring, they're not going to let you leave the USA. It ain't going to happen. So I done had this happen a couple of times. 6 months now, right?
You need 6 months before your passport.
So 6 months it changed. I've been stuck in countries. I've been stuck in a country before because I didn't pay attention to my ex. I got stuck in Curacao. Lena was with me. Her passport was good. I forgot mine. I traveled so much. We were stuck in Curacao. If you're going to be stuck somewhere, that's a good place to be stuck. So we had to go swim with some dolphins and all that kind of stuff because I got stuck. But it took me almost an extra week to expedite get my passport. And it's a weird situation because you got to put your passport in a FedEx envelope and send it off. And so now you're in a country without it and hope somebody's going to take care of it. And then they got to send it back to you. It's a trip. We're going to get you some blackberry juice, Rush. You're going to get some blackberry juice. You're going to have some fresh blackberry juice. You're going to have some fresh mango juice. You're going to have some fresh guava, some fresh strawberry.
Some fresh pineapple. You're going to have all the fruits you can imagine.
Y'all going to have all the, it's going to be so fresh, and your body's going to say, hey, I appreciate you for taking me down here, giving me some food that ain't filled up with chemicals, getting this fresh air and all this. And we're going to have videographers there getting clips of it. We're going to make a post event. I think it's going to be talked about forever, Lena.
Yes.
All right. We're going to finish today by giving a shout out. Who's all giving at tsnt.org? We mentioned out the names. Dang, Sherry, you crazy. Hold on, Lena. Sherry, hey, Lena, say a few things while I check something because your sister's crazy. Go ahead.
I know she is. She cannot take it. I'm very excited for this Sukkot. I can't wait to hug a lot of you guys because we built this bonding together, this community as a family. You know, a lot of you have been here from the first time we start this project, and every night when we have these lives, these telethons, We have talked with some of you guys on the phone. It's just beautiful, and being able to share our journeys in person, see our kids growing together, and spend that time. I think that spending that time is just priceless. So make sure if you make it to the goal, you figure out how to get down here, because it's opportunity of a lifetime.
Lena, would you like to congratulate your newest diamond member, Miss Sherry Harrod? Just hit the diamond level because she crazy. She crazy. She was about $2,000 away, and she went ahead and knocked it out. Everybody, put some diamonds in the chat. You gotta put diamonds in the chat. I want some diamonds for Sherry Harrod. How many diamonds can we get in the chat for our sister Sherry Harrod for going diamond? And she don't have to. She just loves us like that. She loves YAHUAH like that. Yes. I'll put it as Sister Sherry with diamond. Woo! Y'all look at them diamonds. Y'all blow Sherry up with the diamonds. Somebody get some diamonds. Somebody love, when y'all meet Sherry down here, you never gonna forget her. You never gonna forget. This is one of the most precious souls on earth. Same with Melanie. These women are crazy, off the charts, sent by YAHUAH. They're protectors, by the way. So you're gonna meet some protectors. You're gonna want to be cool with them. You're gonna want to love on them. They different people. I'll tell you that right now. They're not what you're going to be like, oh, I would never expect it when you meet them. It's like me. I ain't never expected. Like Lena, all of us that you would never expect, but you better show some love. Because YAHUAH got specific messengers with some of us. And Sherry's one of them. So shout out to Sherry Harrod, going diamond, busting it out. We're so proud of you, sister. I had to take a moment, give me a flower. Give her some flowers because she did it, Lena.
We love you, sister. You're crazy.
He was sitting back thinking about it. I could feel her spirit, even though we kept saying, you ain't got to do it. That made her want to do it more. Hey, Amira Trice came in. She contributed. Marilyn Carroll, new bronze pack member, Lena. Brand new. Marilyn Carroll. Shout out, Marilyn. We so proud of you. Tammy Cadeau. Did I say your name right, Tammy? Put it in the chat if I said your name right, Tammy. Cadeau. New, brand new, contributed. We got Miss Q, brand new contributor. Catherine Rose, one of our ride or dies, coming through. And, of course, Sherry Harrod. Everybody else, what we always do when we do a telethon, we finish, and then we wake up in the morning, and Robert Arentz has been great at this. They make sure we finish strong, so when the Promote the Truth staff, because now they're all chilling. Got one or two maybe hanging out, but me and Lena, we're running the point now. When they wake up in the morning, and they come in and see the fire you guys had through the night. Who did you impact? Who did you talk to? Who did you touch? They came in and contributed. This campaign, even when we're stopped and we're done, it runs until we wake up tomorrow. Once we wake up tomorrow, that's when the campaign is officially shut off. So you got a job, you got a duty, you got a calling, whatever you want to say is to do that. I'm going to give y'all a song to get up out of here, man. Y'all been blessed to be left and right today. Lena, I don't even think Lena hasn't heard many of these songs. Because that's how hard we're working. She's being a mom, and she knows I get in with I work with the production team. She works hardcore with the marketing team. So when y'all see the way it looks, so I'll bring it out, and then Lena gets with the team to make it look off the charts. How many of y'all want an awesome song to finish this off? If y'all do, if y'all want something, put some music emojis in the chat. Put some music emojis in the chat. Otherwise, we're going to just wind it down. We ain't going to play no music if y'all ain't got at least 20 music emojis in the chat.
Music emojis in the chat.
Come on. This is a deep one now. This is a soul one. This gets up in your soul. What are music emojis in the chat? Randy called me DJ Scholar Jaylee. I was a DJ in high school for real. That's how I got my lunch money.
Oh, that is hilarious.
This is awesome. Everybody putting music emojis in the chat. Thank y'all so much. I want y'all to really feel this. This one right here, you know, I would usually take us up on a high. I want us to go deep with Yahuwah as we go out, as we think about what we got to do before the sun comes up tomorrow. Or for the people on the East Coast, on the eastern part of the world, what y'all gonna do before you go to bed, before we wake up? Are you gonna represent Yahuwah like that? Are you gonna go find people and say you got to get involved with this? People ain't got to know what you're talking about. They got to feel your passion. Then they'll want to know what you're talking about. Daniel Bakote with some kingdom business.
Kingdom business in the house.
Come on, Daniel. We love you, brother, with all we got. I'll do anything for Daniel. Man, I got to go anywhere. Some people, you got to do anything, anytime, anywhere, because they came into your life and they hit you like that. So a special dedication to our newest Diamond member, Sherry Herod, to our Diamond member, the incredible Daniel Bakote, to our Diamond member, the awesome Robert Arinson. You know, we want to send these shout outs. Who am I missing, Lynn? I'm missing one.
Our brother
Robert Palsick. Robert Palsick. Y'all better give Robert a gang of love, because Robert's the one that got me to do more and more videos before he knew me. Because he was watching videos going, my life has changed. I don't want to listen to nothing else. Yahuwah's called you to teach. You got to go do it. He put it on me. He says, you got to go do it. He goes, you got that in you. Some people, Yahuwah gave him that. He saw that in me. He said, okay, you got to do it. And I was like, Lena, he's telling me I got to do more videos. And then Lena goes, you got to go live. All right. So guess what? This song is called Unbroken Covenant. Unbroken Covenant. I helped produce this song. This is beautiful because Yahuwah has never broke his covenant, even though the people has continually broke their covenant. So think about that as you listen to this couple of minutes with Yahuwah. Go into Yahuwah and just praise him that he never broke his covenant. It's unbroken covenant. Turn your speakers up. We going in. You ready, Lena? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Unbroken covenant.
Through all of his circumstances, guide him with your loving hands. You kept it. You kept it. This unbroken covenant through generations stands. This unbroken covenant, guide us with your gentle hands. You saved me from myself again today. Yahuwah, what a blessing, what a blessing, what a blessing. Thankful for your love of you. What a blessing, what a blessing, what a blessing. With the gift of your dear son. What a blessing, what a blessing, what a blessing. Your son. This unbroken covenant through generations it stands. This unbroken covenant. You heard me out, you guide us with gentle hands. This unbroken covenant through generations. What a blessing, what a blessing, stands. This unbroken covenant.
Man. Talk to me, Lena. What'd you feel?
Wow.
What'd you feel, babe? First time
It's
you
just
heard
so
that. What'd you feel?
peaceful. It's so peaceful.
Give me some feedback, fam. That's a very personal one. You sitting back, you laying down, you and Yahuwah's talking to you. What'd you feel,
Guidance.
my beautiful wife?
Guidance.
I want to know what you felt first. For everybody else puts it in the chat. What'd y'all feel?
Guidance. It's just that connection with Yahuwah that He's always there. He have been always there, no matter what we've been doing. So it's time to choose Him. It's time to choose Him and stay with Him. But He have always given His hand. So it's just very peaceful and beautiful. Beautiful. I love it.
Did y'all feel it? How many of y'all felt closer to Yahuwah from that song? That song, we produced that to make you feel completely connected. And for you to acknowledge, Yahuwah, I might not have known you. I might not have found you. It took me a long time to find you. I didn't understand your ways, but your covenant, it's been here through generations. And because you didn't break your covenant, Yahuwah, it gave me the time. Man, that's deep.
Yes.
It gave me the time to get to you because nobody could break your covenant, Yahuwah. Everybody, y'all do us a favor. Go to tsnt.org. You got all the way to the morning here on the west and to the east. Everybody give it all you got. We just want to do the biggest push ever for Yahuwah. And I
Yes.
promise y'all, we're going to be faithful. We got a great team. We're diligent. We're going to get this word. We're going to crank it up. We're going to wake up so fired up tomorrow to do Yahuwah's work again for you all. We are your servants. My name is Jay Nolan. My wife is Lena Nolan. We are the servants to the kingdom of Yahuwah. We stand here before you. We give you everything we got. We would die for you if we have to. We're building that type of community in Yahuwah.
Yes.
You know, I had a sister earlier today. She came in, she said some things, and I was trying to keep her on track. And she's like, man, you know, Jay, I didn't understand. And you know what? I sent her the biggest apology because I never want any of y'all to feel any hurt or pain from anything I say. I want you to be convicted. But I don't ever want to be a person that pushes you away from Yahuwah because he's so lovely. He's so incredible. He's so gracious. Y'all bear with my passion at times. I'm very direct in the kingdom because I know I'm dealing with Satan. And I got a certain job I got to do. So y'all pray for your brother because I got to lead and I got to guide in the right ways of Yahuwah. But I love y'all like that. For real, for real.
Yeah.
You know, I live for this. Lena, any parting words before I close us out of here?
I want to say thank you. I want you to share this message that save some people. Send them to tsnt.org for all those that are new, for all those that are just going to catch up with the recording. Go to tsnt.org. Go to our website. Give whatever you can. Download the free downloads that we have in our promoted truth. That way you can see what is happening. You see the deception and you can support and contribute. So it's time to push it. It's time to get it out and give the true word to everybody in the world. We need to make a change, and we're doing it together already. You all can see it. You all have seen the growth of our channel, the growth of Yahuwah's word. So we can stop doing this. We have to do it. Tomorrow is our Shabbat. Have an amazing Shabbat rest. Today's preparation day, so make sure you get everything you need. Tomorrow you don't spend anything. You rest and you enjoy your Shabbat, and you are connected to our Father Yahuwah that is the Most High, and it needs our help down here on earth to get a spread the truth that was hidden for so many centuries. So thank you all for the support. Love you all. Appreciate you, and can't wait to see you in Sakut. So make sure you get to at least a gold package.
Y'all get to Sakut. It's preparation day on the east. A Shabbat Shalom to our family over on in the west. We are preparing to the folks on the east. Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom.
People like our brother Elmer, sister Kareem. They already are up getting into the Sabbath, so we're gonna understand the Shabbat. Yeah, man. You know, all these beautiful people. We love y'all so much, man. Thank y'all for being here with us all day today. For everybody that gave, contributed, understood the assignment. We give you all we got every day. Y'all ain't gotta even worry about it. We're here on the front line. Y'all pray for your brother. I gotta now go back and go into mega translation mode to get y'all this out before the 15th of May. Y'all make sure y'all hold me up in your prayers because YAHUAH has me on a mission to get this done for y'all with the team. So I'm gonna take us out here on Unbroken Covenant. Y'all go ahead, keep loving on each other, and we'll see y'all soon. Get ready for the Shabbat. Bye-bye.
Love you
And
all.
through all of his
Love y'all.
circumstances, guide him with your loving hands. You kept it. You kept it. This unbroken covenant through generations it stands. This unbroken covenant, guide us with your gentle hands. You saved me from myself again today. Yahuwah, what a blessing, what a blessing, what a blessing. Thankful for your love, you. What a blessing, what a blessing, what a blessing. With the gift of your dear son. What a blessing, what a blessing, what a blessing. Your son. This unbroken covenant through generations it stands. This unbroken covenant. You heard me out, you guide us with gentle hands. This unbroken covenant through generations. What a blessing, what a blessing, what a blessing.